Hey guys, take your time, Beck. You got 15 minutes, and I've got your computer all booted up for the thing you have to do.
Thank you.
So you can take your time. Your mic's ready. Hi guys. We were up till, as you can see from the video, we were up till about 2 a.m. when we got home from this, because it was up till midnight that they were doing this launch event, and we decided to go to it. I couldn't sleep till about 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and so we're pretty tired, but we got up in time to try right now to get, hopefully, a launch day system. Could get audio for this. I don't know that I want to listen to the audio, though. No, I'll just leave it silent because I don't want to listen to the audio. Oh, I hate this process. So...
Should I eat my toast down there?
No, I mean, do what you want. Yeah, sure, if you want. The thing is, I don't know that we do got this, Miss Fable. Because even if our fingers are fast and nimble, I have no idea whether, first of all, so the strategy right now is to attempt... I'm going to put Becky on 2 retailers in Canada that we've used in the past, Best Buy and Amazon. We're using retailers we've used in the past because we've got all our addresses loaded in and our credit card information. By the way, you should have your credit cards handy just in case.
I just have one.
Yeah. Might as well, I think. Have the other just in case. I don't know. Well, there's no money on the other one, right? Not enough for a PS5.
Probably not.
Yeah, so just have the one. It should work. I think it's worked in the past on these retailers. Yeah. I'm not even going to try GameStop or EB Games. Fuck that shit. They will not have anything. Even if they did, I wouldn't trust them to ship properly or to take the order properly. Too many bad experiences with GameStop in the past. They're going out of business for a reason. They're terrible. We're going to focus on the major, my main priority is Amazon.
How do yours having his butterfingers?
They're a juggernaut. I don't love Amazon as a company, but they are giant. And to reiterate, for all of you who don't know, despite being in the land where the PlayStation 5 was developed, created by the company, Sony, there are no launch day systems here. They put them all out in pre-order, and it seems that the allotment in Japan was presumably quite small compared to America, which makes sense. Their market is massive in America, so they gave them priority. Mm-hmm. But they have no idea when there will be systems available in Japan. So, in addition to that, we never got into the pre-order queues, the pre-order lotteries. It was all lottery, and we never even got in because they only let people in who had been customers. And this is our own stream. It's weird. They only let customers in who had been customers in the past of these retailers, which we were not. So we didn't even get in on the lotteries here. So I'm looking for, right now I just want to queue up my tabs. You just have to bring up, Amazon's listing for the PlayStation 5.
Yes, we live in Japan.
Yes, we live in Japan. We're in Japan right now.
I was eating toast.
I'm bringing up both editions on Amazon. This is the thing, we can't even focus on more than 2 retailers. There's 2 editions to look at, to refresh tabs of, constantly. Okay. That's why I'm focusing. If you guys, even if you have a PS5 already, and you want to open up some tabs of other retailers that you know, and you want to scream out in the chat that you got one for us, we'll take that into consideration. If you're confident that you'll be able to, of course you would be able to, but if you feel comfortable grabbing one, knowing that if we get one ourselves, then you can just cancel the order, which you can do at all retailers. If you feel comfortable with a process like that, go ahead and help us. I'm not telling you that you have to be a good fan. I'm just saying if you feel comfortable, I will accept any fucking help I can get from our turbos. If you can we only have so many fingers and so many tabs. You have 11 tabs open? I would never. I'm going to focus on like a few tabs. That's really impressive. My fear of doing more than too many tabs would be that I would miss snagging. Like I would miss the refresh on one, because I feel like the way this works is you got to get it in your cart. And then I don't even know that in these retailers that these are safe in your cart. Like I don't know how it works. Like, do you have to check out as fast as possible, or is it safe in your cart? Like,
Kind of shouldn't be? Should be? I don't know, man.
BH Photo has. I have a little bit of like. I feel like this is a good one to go after. Not everybody thinks of BH Photo.
Well, now they do. You sniping sons of bitches.
I've ordered from them a lot in the past, and I know that they ship to Japan. Some items they will not. Some items they will say, what? Shipping restrictions.
I have 2 questions. What am I supposed to do, and can you pass me my coffee?
Get a PlayStation 5. I have the tabs open for you.
I closed the tabs.
Okay, close that. Find... Okay, there you go. There's 2 on Best Buy, which I've logged into our account.
Okay.
Our Canadian account on Best Buy.
Okay.
I've never ordered from Best Buy America, so I'm not going to try them.
And then this is the other one, right? Just Amazon.
Well, yeah, try to find the PS5 on Amazon. The weird thing is on Amazon Canada, I was only able to find the digital edition. It won't even show me the listing for the normal edition, so I guess click that.
Sons of bitches.
Here, I'll maybe if you Google it, sometimes that works better.
Some have a time limit. Makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I recall that actually. Yeah, we only want the disc edition. Well, I mean, we want whatever we can get.
They've unlisted the normal edition on Amazon Canada.
Okay.
I'll leave this open just in case.
Well, I'll open it because this is my responsibility.
Well, yeah, so Google PlayStation 5 Amazon Canada, and then the result that shows up will take you to the dog.
I want the dog.
See, even, look at this. I'm on Amazon Canada. It says recently viewed. I click it. Whoa. So I've got the official, like, Amazon's even recommending the listing that doesn't exist.
Shadow. They have names.
Ridiculous. Here you go.
Thank you.
So I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping up with what you guys are talking about in there. So what you're seeing looped is what we went to last night, which is why we're tired right now.
Yeah. Yesterday was a long day.
It was a very long day for Becky.
I was really pissed off when we had to leave the house.
I kind of forced her.
We had our bath and everything.
But how cool was it to see
this
famous Kanda Myojin shrine lit up like PS5? That's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Yeah, it is cool.
Like,
and guys, this is real audio from the event.
It might as well be. It was a very quiet.
It was so quiet. I walked in
Japanese.
and I was like, almost taken aback by the silence of
I saw
like
you
a
like
hype
the
event.
Benjamin flag. I saw that.
It was incredibly peaceful. It is very beautiful.
So, a quick reiteration as we approach the moment. Kitties are jumping at each other up there. Becky and I are attempting a couple retailers each. That's, I feel like, the best that we can do to, like, properly, like, you know, hopefully. We have a turbo out there who actually works at a Target and says that they were planning to get one anyways, even though they have a pre-order with another retailer. They say that they think that they've almost definitely going to have one from their workplace. And is working, they said they were going to buy it anyways because they were just doing it as insurance about their pre-order from another retailer. But they said that if they get both, they'll send us one. Which, by the way, of course, we would be repaying any turbo that sends us a fucking PlayStation 5. We're not asking people to buy us a PlayStation 5. We're just asking for help.
Oh, the little dogs on Amazon.ca are very cute.
So I'm trying to order from Amazon.com, both editions. I'm just going to be refreshing there. The reason I'm focusing on Amazon.com, even though it's a very obvious retailer, they're massive, and they have an amazing international shipping system that like gets you stuff within a couple days. I've had stuff in Japan from Amazon.com within a couple days, and they do a prepayment of all the duties and stuff, so the import is fast. It doesn't fuck up on import, which sometimes things get held in customs.
Yeah.
Amazon's got it down. That's why I'm focusing on them for direct shipping to me. Becky's focusing on Amazon Canada to ship to the guys. By the way, I pre-looked. Amazon Canada will not ship anything to Japan, anything at all. So they've just written off Japan, Amazon Canada.
Thank you. Good to know.
I would assume the exact same from Best Buy.
Canada, I'm keeping an eye on Toys R Us, Shoppers Drug Mart, Costco. Those are good ones. London Drugs, The Source. I'm looking at Toys R Us Japan right now. That is actually a good one. I might not focus on it right now, but like...
Toys R Us is, yeah. I remember our Wii, we got the Wii launch day from the Canadian Superstore, a retail location that nobody thinks of.
Yeah, it was great.
They only had 5.
Yeah.
I think. They got 5. It's basically a grocery store that has a small electronics section, but they got 5 Wiis, and exactly 5 people were in line that morning.
Yep.
So everybody got in a Wii. Well, yeah, and we only bought one. We could have actually taken advantage and bought multiple, but we didn't.
We had insider information that year.
Dick move to do so, because there's 2 people behind us, I think. We were like the third Wii. 2 more people got Wiis. They were probably eyeing us very nervously.
Well, the thing is, no, we knew how many they had.
Uh-huh.
And so we actually told a couple people, and so they left to go to other places. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember that.
I might have made this up. Sometimes I make up memories. It didn't really happen.
So one other retailer I'm trying in 5 minutes is BH Photo, because I've ordered from them in the past, and they ship to Japan. Some items, they're a bit more restrictive than Amazon.com. BH Photo tends to say the manufacturer has told us not to ship to other locations. What?
The Wii.
The Wii.
That's how long ago
we
have been dating.
We were dating way before the Wii.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What am I doing here? Ps5.
BH Photo tends to be super strict, so I'm not holding out huge hope. But the thing is, with BH Photo, I have an existing account, and I do know that they're really good at shipping international when they do. They also have their own prepayment of customs and duties, so that means they have their own broker, which makes for much better importing, less snags, less potential for fuck up. So, it's not an easy thing.
Do you want these things in the cart?
Get them out, delete them.
Save for later.
But any of you guys who do have a PS5 already, I'm also not asking anybody to give up their PS5. Keep your awesome treasure. But if you already have one and you happen to snag one right now, let us know. We'll figure it out when the dust settles. And we'll figure out who is, and then the scenario would be you shipping it to us if we're not able to get one. But again, no pressure. I'm not telling you to forcing anybody. If you feel like that you got the cash to spare on your credit card, that you can do such a thing.
I remember launch day sitting outside for a Wii U. Line wasn't too long. We were like 5th in line, me and my dad at Toys R Us.
Launch day lines are fun. It's too bad we didn't get this console launch, didn't get to have launch day lines.
Panicky. Sorry.
The process is, as it's not an enjoyable thing, but like being in the cold and in the line. But it's, and you look back on it, it's like, oh man, really did it.
Yeah.
We really did it.
Totally.
And that's cool. All right, so I guess I should start refreshing here, because who knows if somebody oh my god, the website's Amazon's still going pretty yeah, Amazon's doing okay. Amazon's system runs the internet, so they shouldn't go down, Amazon is there's 3 cloud systems in the world that run the internet, basically. Google, Amazon, AWS, and one other one. Newegg. Oh, I could try Newegg. Go to newegg.ca. I've ordered from them in the past. I might have even ordered from newegg.com before. They're just super popular among nerds, so they're going to be like swamped. I mean, Amazon's popular among nerds and...
Am I doing this or are you?
There's a Newegg in Japan?
えーっと
You go to newegg.ca and see if the saved login information is there.
Okay. No, it's not.
Fuck it.
Okay.
I haven't used that in a long time. No, let's focus on a couple retailers. I'm not going to spread my... I'm just refreshing a few pages right now.
So, we preferably want this one.
We want the disc preferably, but we'll take anything.
Yeah.
I'll take the
course.
digital and sell it later. And get the,
Oh.
I'm not holding out hope. I'm not, I have hope in my heart, but, I'm not,
Yeah, me too.
I'm not super excited to, the fact that we don't get to open one right now on launch day when holy shit, we have a lot of viewers for this.
Hi, guys. Do you have region preferences? Is there region?
The
apps
only
for this?
people
That's
who
a
cannot
great
help us
question.
out there, if you're trying to help us and you're from the UK, if you're ordering a PAL system, sadly, we cannot accept that. So if you're ordering PAL, if you're a Brit, if you're a European with PAL, there's NTSC and PAL. PAL will not run on our TVs. It's a standard that will not communicate with the sets that we have and the capture cards that we have. It's so crazy that the world hasn't come together on that. Australia also has PAL. So weird.
Shit.
It's so weird that they haven't gotten rid of one or the other. These are old broadcast standards.
We didn't get one because Fraser's said this already a few times, but in Japan they have a lottery system.
Yes. If you're wondering why we didn't get one, it's because Japan has a lottery system. We didn't even get in on the lotteries because to enter one, you had to be a pre-existing customer of the retailers, which we have never ordered anything from any retailer online here. So on the day of, we found this out and we're like, oh, well, we're fucked. We couldn't get in any lottery, and then launch day systems are just not a thing here in Japan. They're just not doing launch day systems at all, and Sony said officially, please to contact the retailers for information on stock.
Yeah, they ask you to call, Yodobashi, Yamada Denki, you call them.
Okay, this isn't good. On BH Photo, I've been logged out, and I can't log in. The page won't refresh, and an unexpected error. Okay, so BH Photo's down. They're fucked. Their site is down. The fucking BH Photo. They're a massive retailer, and their site is... Not only was I logged out, but the site's down. How's your stuff?
Mine's fine so far.
Nothing available on Amazon.com, even though it's ticked over midnight. I'm not seeing anything. Have you guys seen anything? So yeah, it's crazy. It seems like Japan didn't even get any allotments. Many allotments.
Add to cart.
Go.
I'm trying.
Refresh again. Yeah, Becky has on bestbuy.ca an add to cart button, but it's grayed out. Wait for the page to fully load then, because that looks like it's still loading the add to cart button. Wait till the thing stops spinning. Amazon.com is not getting me anything. Nothing at Target either.
Nothing on
Says the chat.
Amazon.ca for me.
Currently unavailable still at Amazon.com for both versions. BH Photo is completely fucked. They're completely
Best Buy
down.
is still refreshing.
So Best Buy, Becky was able to see an add to cart button, but it was grayed out.
Nothing for either on Amazon.ca.
Technically, there is a way I can order here in Japan. If I go to Rakuten, a very large retailer here, there's people reselling for $1,400.
Hey, That's reasonable.
Even if I was a mega channel that could make up and recoup those costs quickly and be like, it's worth it for a launch day system for my channel, I wouldn't do it because I refuse to support fucking scalpers. Like, it would just make me feel dirty to give them money. BH Photo, the site is currently unavailable. We'll be back online shortly. Thank you. So they're just fucked.
Still loading.
And that isn't to say that I don't chagrin like a normal person from snagging a system and maybe making a few $100 profit. Like, I know what it's like to have very little money, especially when you're young. Like, I don't chagrin anybody who gets a system and says, you know what, these are going for a lot on Craigslist, and then go and sell it. Like, you know. But it's the career scalpers. It's the fucking companies that employ a bunch of people to, like, grab as many as they can and then sell them out of the back of a fucking truck. Like, that's gross.
I can't click the link, Gaming Kid.
Yeah, I can't click anything. Nothing is coming up on any of my tabs. We do look at that chat, Big Lion. It's just there's a lot of messages at once. We were up to 600 viewers, then now it's down to 400, so they're like, fuck. They didn't get one. Bye. They wanted to see victory, but it looks like it's going to be long and painful. So people tuned out. That is hilarious. That my stream called Sad Attempts to Buy PS5 Launch Day ended up with, like, some of the most viewers. Oh, maybe my count is wrong. It's 800 now, so it is still going up.
Oh.
So my count is wrong.
I just got blocked from B&H for refreshing. Whoa.
Great.
It's pretty drastic, man.
This is sad, man. You know, the way it should work, nobody should have to do this.
I like the lottery system.
The lottery system works, and or a queue system. Once, like, what Japan should have done, or everywhere should have done, is, it's like, on launch day, first of all, every fucking retailer should adhere to the goddamn fucking, like, what the manufacturer said.
Yeah.
Don't start your pre-orders early like they did, but every fucking retailer's a cunt. And then, second of all, instead of, like, it should just be a queue system. You get in a queue. And it's like, you're pre-ordering, it's a pre-order, but it's like a queued pre-order. So you might get one launch day, you might not. And then if the retailer tells you later, here's where you are in the queue and here's the expected ship date, then you would cancel the ones that are too long, and the ones that you got in on time, you'd be okay with. It should be like a digital line, instead of everybody having to sit here refreshing on a fucking computer.
This is comfy.
GameStop has them, says somebody. Well, I've never ordered from GameStop ever online.
Just
and
like
I'm also that I forgot about this. GameStop geoblocks. I could bring up a VPN, but that would slow down probably my refreshing everything else. But GameStop just straight up says your region isn't allowed to access our website. It just puts up this little black on white text that says you're in the wrong location. So it's refreshed and it's still grayed out.
Yeah.
And it says coming soon still. So presumably Best Buy hasn't ticked over yet. The thing that works, the best thing about doing, you know, we can't do it this year because of COVID sales, but I think that online sales are actually kind of a bad thing in a way when it comes to launches, because at least with physical lineups, scalpers have limited resources.
So true.
One per person, get in line.
Yeah.
You know, and while it sucks to wait in a line for hours, at least you're guaranteed, you have a better guarantee. Like, I remember news reports of scalpers paying people to stand in line for them. Mm-hmm. BH Photo's back up, but it refreshed me into the wrong page. I'm trying to get to the PlayStation 5 page.
Yeah, more control over the lines. True.
Yeah, like, I remember them paying people to stand in line. You've been blocked. I'm blocked from BH Photo. Why? Fuck you!
What is Sam's Club?
Sam's Club is a big American. I've never. Why?
Some people are saying.
Today. I'm not going to sign up for new accounts to retailers I've never used before. I'm just like, we're focusing on if you guys have, we'll accept help. We'll accept help. Most of these retailers would never ship to Japan anyways. So in the end, we would have had to, if we got from these stores, we would have had to ship to somebody anyways, and then relay it to us.
Why does it still say coming soon?
Yeah, it seems like Best Buy Canada hasn't opened up its orders yet.
Yeah.
Because they're still say coming soon, and they now have a add to cart gray button. And they're still talking about pre-orders on their page.
Yeah. Sam's Club is like where you go to buy much in bulk. It's like, it's Walmart's Costco. Crazy.
Sam's Club has them. Like, if somebody has a Sam's Club account and can grab one and have it shipped to them, I'm just not going to sign up for. I've heard of Sam's Club, never used it. I don't want to sign up from Japan for a new retailer that I've never ordered from, and never. I'm like I said at the top, if you weren't here, we're focusing on retailers we've used in the past and we know ship to Japan.
Yeah.
And have had no troubles having shipped to Japan before, because that's where we are. Any other retailer, I'm not gonna today do experimentation. I'm just gonna focus on what we know works.
Ooh, Miss Fable's queuing time is going down a lot, so hoping to get one soon for you guys.
So we have multiple turbos working for us here. Maybe someone will be able to. I know Miss Fable has a PS5. Or will have one this morning.
Yeah.
In 8 hours, I think you said yours is coming. But keep in mind, those in you Brits, anybody ordering a PAL system cannot help us. Sad to say, Japan is an NTSC country.
So the Switch is the only system that is region free, eh? Interesting.
Everybody seems to be, a bunch of people seem to be trying for us. Nobody seems to have succeeded yet. Just to be clear, if you guys happen to grab one for us, the process would work that you ship it to us at our expense, but we will reimburse you once we receive it. So we would have you put tracking info on it for yourself and insurance, and then once it got to us, so you're taking like you're investing a small amount of money for a while. Please don't do this if you can't afford it. If you can't have money tied up like this for a short time. Queue time for Miss Fable is 41 minutes. So does that mean, where are you trying, Miss Fable? Do we know that queues were... Oh, so I don't even know why I'm refreshing BH. They banned me. Presumably they banned my actual account because I was logged in when I was refreshing. So they haven't just banned
That's
my
wild.
IP
What does that
address.
mean?
I don't know.
You've been banned?
Please don't do this if you can't afford to have money tied up for a period that it takes to send us the
on PlayStation Direct store.
And also, please don't do this if trusting us with that amount of money to reimburse you with makes you nervous. Only do this if you trust us. If you know us well enough. Don't do this as a rando who has just tuned in for the first time ever today.
You don't know us.
On the plus side, we've got this 900. That's the most viewers we've had in a long time. Like, those are like E3 numbers or something. We didn't have an E3 this year, but our SAT attempts at getting a launch day system refreshing browsers has succeeded in the most viewers we've ever had. That's sad.
It's wildly interesting.
We have had in a year or so, or years.
Oh. Yeah, like it makes me wonder if
Amazon just never got stock. Amazon.com just never unleashed new stock.
It says currently unavailable on yours?
Yeah.
Why doesn't it on mine?
You're in Canada.
Oh!
And what does yours even say? Yours says like...
It does say currently unavailable
Okay.
now.
Because somebody bit the bullet and bought the $1,300 one from the third party.
That just happened.
That's why it no longer says see these retailers. Somebody decided, that's it, I'm buying $1,300 one.
What? The fuck?
If PlayStation, I'm surprised actually, yeah, that PlayStation, it seems that the digital edition is the hardest to get, it seems. Because maybe they made less of it. If I were PlayStation, I would have launched, I mean, this is kind of, clandestine, but like, I would have strategically, it's in their best interest that everybody owns a digital edition. Less resale value. It's just better for them.
Right.
So, like, in the end, they even though they're not evil like Xbox, even though they defeated Microsoft in that Discgate during E3, where Xbox was threatening to get rid of reselling and retrading discs, I wouldn't put it past Sony. All companies know that long term they would rather everybody have digital. Mm-hmm. No more secondhand market. Mm-hmm. No more reducing the cost of games or the value of games over time.
This is how you lend a game to your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not looking good for me. I don't like, so yeah, I'm about to give up. I mean, I still keep on in vain refreshing BH Photo. Amazon.ca will not relist its disc version, it looks like. So they only have digital. Anybody who hasn't seen us in a long time, we don't stream on Twitch anymore. We stream on YouTube because fuck Twitch. Frankly, I've actually, the reason that we stopped streaming on YouTube, or we didn't stream on YouTube for a long time, is because it was all about not putting your eggs in one basket. I liked splitting our allegiances between two companies, keeping in that, growing a viewer base on Twitch, growing a viewer base on YouTube in case doomsday happened and, say, a DMCA claim was threatened on us by one of the companies and they said your account will be deleted if it happens. Twitch. So, like, part of that is just having, in that case, you never want to put your eggs in one basket, but for now, we're putting all our eggs back into YouTube because Twitch. But, so the main retailer that we focused on here was, we tried to get it through the actual Sony store here, online. What is this? I'm hearing that the PS5 will come live at 1:30ish a.m. I don't know what that is. Somebody's saying that in the chat.
Your basket is on fire.
I'm about to lose battery on this.
What?
This battery drains quickly when I have... What do I have open? Shit, I left my music programs open.
Oh.
I shouldn't have left those open. That's why it drains so fast.
Well, you can plug... Do you want to grab the plug? Want me to grab the plug?
At this point, I'm not expecting us to get them from the retailers we know. Again, if you weren't here, we're focusing, Becky and I, on retailers we know ship to Japan and have shipped to us in the past in Japan. So the ones we're comfortable with getting directly shipped to us, / Canada, which we can ship to the guys and have the guys ship to us. Outside of those two scenarios, we're pretty much sadly relying on potentially one of you guys to... If your fingers were nimble enough, we have, it looks like Miss Fable's in a queue. So, sorry, Miss Fable, which retailer is
She said
is your queue
PlayStation
for?
Store.
Ah, the PlayStation official store. Interesting. I wonder if they probably wouldn't ship directly to Japan.
I wonder. Target may update around 1:30. Eastern Standard Time. That's when they
God.
updated for the Xbox.
I've never ordered. Oh yeah, Target. I've written off for personally ordering from. It's American only. They left Canada. They had a sad attempt to start in
my
Canada, and
God.
boy, did they fail.
They blew their load, man. They like opened so many retailers, employed so many people, including some of our friends.
What a
And then
boondoggle that was.
Just shut her all down.
My laptop's dying. I have to go get a charger.
Okay.
But I'm kind of giving up on Amazon.com. I'll stick around. I'll keep refreshing it though.
Okay.
Anyways.
Oh, there's one new one for
For 1,500. Ooh.
CAD.
Ship that to Kyle. I'm gonna go grab my charger.
Yeah, man. What a deal. You're at 12 minutes for the PlayStation Store. Ooh. So how many of you guys got a PS5? Or an Xbox Series S or X? You're still trying. You have one coming tomorrow. I got one.
What's this?
You got both. Exciting. Oh, I had one pre-ordered, then canceled, then regretted it.
Oh.
Becky, if I'm not able to ship it to you directly, want me to still get it and ship it to you myself?
This is Miss Fable?
Miss Fable, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please, if you're comfortable with that.
We can send you our address to see if you can attempt to have it shipped to us directly. Because obviously that
Yeah.
would be preferable in terms of
I mean, I guess I should actually.
convenience. So weird, bringer. Wow, that's really good, like,
Of course, no
latency.
problem. I'll send you our address.
So everybody, it seems like our best chance right now is Miss Fable, assuming that their queue system means that you have one, potentially. I wonder if that, like, has anybody ordered from the PlayStation Store before, the official PlayStation Store? Does being in the queue mean that there's technically one ready for you? And that they've held it for you and you're just waiting to check out? Aegis says he's at 12 minutes. Where is he? He's in there? I haven't, sorry. Yeah, thanks for keeping up, guys. It's hard, this is a lot of people in here. Side note, if you didn't catch the show and trailer announcement, the guys are going to be here this weekend. Full screen show. The plan is Red Dead Redemption with the boys.
Woo!
Online, RDR online, hanging out with the boys.
RDRR.
Full screen gameplay. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. They're coming back. So tune in for that.
I just sent you our address, Miss Fable.
We can send it to AGS too. I don't mind who knows our address.
Unless they're getting it for themselves.
Oh, if they're getting it for themselves, get it for, yeah. I don't know what's going on in there. AGS says he's at the...
Wait, the boys like Ben? Yeah, like Ben.
People keep saying Sam's Club. That's cool. I don't... I'm not going to try Sam's Club, guys. If a Turbo wants to try Sam's Club, that's cool.
How many years has it been? Good question. Just yesterday, 2 days ago maybe, it was our 10-year anniversary. 10 years of YouTubing, man.
Yesterday, yeah, we streamed our most recent show and trailer was
Psychopath kitty.
yeah, Sam's Club blocks us here, so we can't get in. It just says November Savings Week. That's all it shows, a splash page. It's like clearly Region blocked us out of the website. So even if we wanted to sign up for an account.
No, get it for you, Aegis.
No, Aegis.
Yes.
That's yours. I am not
Unless
telling
there's-
anybody to give up
Yeah.
your PS5. If you got in and you want a PS5, fucking get one for you first.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I was going to say, I'm not even that... I think I interrupted myself earlier. I'm not that excited for this right now because we've missed out on launch day, which is the funnest part. Everybody wants to see streamers opening it up, and I'm sure our turbos will still be excited to see us open ours. But the fact is, we've missed out on that awesome window
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
Second, what was the other point? Second of all, what are we really missing out on? Like, 2 games. I really want to play Astro's Playroom, and I want to play Demon Souls. And I want to fucking play around with the console and just, like, give my own opinion on how I think that it runs the old games, PS4 games and stuff. Like, sure. And I would love to have a system that doesn't have a fucking loud-ass fan, but, like... A little bit of the wind has been taken out of my sails in terms of not having it on the... Oh, Sackboy.
Spider-Man, Sackboy, Bugsnax isn't out yet, though, right?
Bugsnax will be on... Isn't it going to be on PS4? Bugsnax. I think the only 2... Isn't it Demon Souls and...
Talking about Bugsnax.
Demon Souls, Astro's Playroom are the only 2 super exclusives, and that one where you run around with cars, right? Those are the only ones that are completely exclusive. And Dreams, obviously, there's been some Dreams guys with PS5s testing, and it's looked really cool. Like the guy who's making that big Airbender game was testing his levels that had like 70% graphics thermo, and then when he loaded them up on the PS5, it reported 0. So as far as the PlayStation 5 is concerned, the PS4's 70% max effort on the PS4 is less than 1% for the PS5, according to its graphics thermo. And the graphics thermo wasn't bugged because he did some tests in which he was able to get it to tick up by using this notorious hard loading overdraw thing. He was able to get the thermo to report. My PlayStation queue time went from 6 minutes to 24.
Oh, snap.
Whoa, I jumped up to 15 minutes on PS Store. BH unblocked me. Let's see. But does B&H have the console? Could not find that page. They've unlisted it. B&H has unlisted the PS5.
Wow.
It just doesn't exist anymore to them. What a fucking gong
Miss
show,
Fable,
man.
yeah, my time went to an hour for PS Store.
What the fuck? Some people who have pre-orders are still waiting on a shipping label for theirs, or shipping. Best Buy. So 35 minutes till Best Buy, apparently. They said, Best Buy reported they would not start until 1:30.
Huh.
That's why you were seeing a gray button. So...
Okay.
Yeah, like somebody in there said, eBay always exists if you don't mind paying triple the price. We have our own version here that we could pay triple the price for the PlayStation, and if we wanted to, not doing it. I'm not that desperate. It'll get into our hands eventually, and I'm sure tons of people will be happy to watch us unbox ours when the day comes. It does suck not being one of the streamers that is big enough to deserve a launch day system being sent to us from or it also just sucks not being able to get in on the lotteries here in Japan.
Yeah. And we are still trying to get into like lotteries and figure out if we can get them from Japan.
Somebody in the YouTube chat said I paid $1,000 for mine, just use eBay. It's like, dude, if you can afford that, that's awesome. I could find the budget in the show to afford a $1,000 system. Frankly, it makes me feel dirty to give money to somebody scalping. And that's why I'm not... But I have to, like, put in a caveat. I don't think that every person reselling for a profit is a dirty scalper. I'll always picture the person on the other side as a dirty scalper. Some people might just be somebody who's having trouble making rent. And they're like, I got this PS5, but I could actually, like, you know, help myself out here, and then goes and sells it for more. It's like, you know, go for it, dude. That's cool, but I'm not going to support the secondhand market. I don't think it's. We have so many games to play. I don't think that people will mind waiting a little longer till we play Demon Souls. Basically, that's the only one everybody will be waiting on. Like the real gameplay is Demon Souls.
So, have you seen like the UI and stuff?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I saw a guy yesterday was streaming. Finally found somebody streaming from the console, which was something no reviewer was covering. And
Oh yeah, right.
somebody finally streamed from the console, and it's sad they didn't enhance it. Like, obviously I don't need to stream from the console, but I was actually like hoping, like, when the boys are on this weekend, I'm going to be seeing if I can get them to stream to their own channels. I don't even know if they have channels, but we'll set them up with something so that potentially they'll be able to stream their everybody will be able to go look at Deacon's and Ben's and Kyle's point of view as they play, if you wanted to, and Becky's. And they can all press, and that's awesome. I don't have to have, like, they don't have to have 4 fucking extra PC streaming setups. You can just press share and go.
Yeah.
But the quality on PlayStation 4 for streaming is just, horrible. It depends on the game, but mostly it's pretty damn bad with macro blocking and stuff. Anyways, long story. I saw a person finally streaming from the PS5. Not as bad, but still bad. But
Bummer.
he was streaming with 3,000 kilobits per second, which is half of what Twitch recommends for 1080p 60 frames per second. YouTube, that's a third of what YouTube recommends. And then I saw somebody out there, I think Captain Awesome said he saw a review from a blog saying that you can go into the official apps on your system, like Twitch and YouTube have official apps where you can change the settings. You can up the bitrate. So while PlayStation doesn't have the bitrate built in, a selection for bitrate, the apps have a way to up your bitrate. I don't know how much you can up it on those, but like, I think it's a very exciting prospect that anybody out there can start streaming on a system, and I just hope that the quality can go up a bit, because the ability to just press share and start streaming and get a decent quality mic for $100 and start streaming is so cool. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't need the thousands of dollars I've invested to stream. You shouldn't need it. Democratize this shit.
Man, remember when you set up 4 Xbox 360s to play on the show?
Oh my god. 4 capture cards, 4 Xbox 360s.
I just recently saw that picture of the cart in Costco with the Xbox 360s in it.
True story about that, talking about expensive setups, I only had 3 PCIe slots for the capture cards I was using. So I had to use 5 capture cards, because I used a second PC that accepted 2 feeds, then outputted 2 feeds into the other one's last third capture card, thus allowing me to have 4 feeds coming in at once.
Right.
That's fucking
That's
insane.
nuts. Yeah, and we had Kyle hand build a 4-player
Screen. Yeah, and then we never used it.
No. Damn, yo.
It's pretty ambitious back then. But there didn't feel like there was a lot of needs to use the 4-screen setup. We paid him to make it. I paid Kyle to make it, so like Kyle didn't lose out really, but I think he also gave me a low rate.
I also don't think it was too difficult for him.
Yeah, he just... Rob Palmer.
Can I have some water, please? Thank you, sir.
But, yeah, so if you're just tuning in, we're currently just sadly trying to refresh the pages of the retailers that we have used in the past that ship to Japan. We have some turbos in queues in there, trying to get one from retailers they know and trust that might be able to send ahead to us.
GameStop sold out.
Oh, of course. Like, GameStop would have been sold out. I'm not going to even, like, GameStop. I mean, every gamer and their mother's on there trying This is a tanuki with giant balls that we saw.
Like, all of that is balls.
Tanukis are never that tall. It's very creepy that he's that tall. I mean, they always have big balls, but, like, the fact that he's that tall is just wrong.
And his teeth are, like, really sharp. It's the scariest tanuki I've ever seen.
Of course GameStop did that. Fuck GameStop, man.
But they do.
So GameStop, they're like, we're an official retailer. We're a trusted official distributor of the PlayStation. We have a great relationship with Sony. We cannot in good conscience sell it for double the price. We'd love to. But what could we do to be a scalper while still being a major retailer? Let's force bundle the consoles. That's what they sold. They didn't sell individual system. They sold forced bundles. That is dirty fucking shit.
So what did it come with?
That is gross. $800 bundles. That is as close as a retailer can get to scalping. That's disgusting. Let me guess. Probably also forced, like, extended warranty plans or something like that.
I do see that here on
So
Best
gross,
Buy as
man.
an option.
But Best Buy, I mean, GameStop is just a dirty retailer. I've never liked them. I've never liked their business practices, the way they treat their employees. I've never liked the way they treat their customers. Amazon's dirty too.
God.
But at least they treat the customer right.
I know that some people have worked, some of our fans have worked at GameStop, and some of them, I'm sure you guys are great. But our GameStop treated us like
shit, treated their employees like shit.
Yeah.
I know some people have had good experiences working for GameStop. Like, it all depends, I think, on a case-to-case basis based on the manager.
Yeah.
How much the manager forced you to toe the company line and, like, you know. But for the most part, there is no shortage of people talking about how horrible GameStop is to its employees and its customers. Costco Canada did a bundle.
For the disk drive, extra controller, and Spider-Man. It's always the manager in every job, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah. Costco, it's hard to be as critical of them. That's like Costco's jam. Is that type of thing?
Costco's... Oh, yeah, bundles. I was going to say, they're great to their
that's kinda
employees.
like
They
their
pay for their
MO.
education and shit.
Costco's always weird like that. Like, it's hard to sort of chagrin them. That's their practice, you know. I got mine from EB Games in Australia, which is a GameStop bundle, was over $1,000. Just they forced the headset in there. This dark gaming guy in YouTube says they forced it. They bundled in the headset, but the headset won't be available till later because it's been delayed in manufacturing. They forced a bundle of a thing that can't be shipped.
Oh my god.
In Australia's GameStop, EB Games. Oh my god. EB Games is also in Canada, and it used to be called Babbage's.
Babbage's?
Babbage's was the original name of EB. I don't know why, but it changed its name. I wonder if that was the same in Australia. Babbage's. Babbage's is the place that I traded in my full-boxed, full-sized Earthbound copy. Trade a little fresh. This thing that he saved up for like a year, played through probably twice before I was like, I was thirsty for more. So, and I only had so much money, so I traded in my beloved Earthbound game to, I think I got Robotech, which was another RPG.
What?
Yeah. Robotrek.
No.
On, I wanted to play more games. I only had so much money, so I went and I traded it into, I think I was able to pretty much full price get Robotrek. I didn't have to pay any more, so I was able to get a new game. I didn't rebuy it until I became an adult, so I do have the box and the guide. Mm-hmm. Do I have the box? Or is it just the guide? I only have the guide.
The guide is here, the box is in AVG storage.
I don't think I had the box.
Really?
No, I think I just got the guide.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think I got the guide, which is what all I cared about, really, for the show. Because we wanted the guide on the show to, like, look through and, like, have the full Earthbound experience. I don't think we got the box again.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking we didn't.
But yeah, I traded in the box. My next run-in with that box, that Earthbound box, was at, you Canadians will know, Reviews on the Run, Electronic Playground in Canada. I did a short stint there. I guess you could call it interning for Leo Laporte's Call for Help when he did a run in Canada on that.
But you got paid.
As a cameraman. I didn't get paid. No, I was doing it as a favor, as a potential. They actually offered me work after, but I was busy working on AVG. I said, nah, I'm not. No, they offered me a more unpaid work after that would lead to paid work, like more interning if I wanted it.
Okay.
And I said no. Anyways, fact is, they showed me their storeroom for old games that have been sent to them. It's just a fucking sty, first of all. It's just a literal pile.
Oh my god, I'd love to organize that.
Fucking room that they just throw all the shit that's been sent to them for review in.
Wow.
And on top of the pile is sitting there, loosely, just sitting there, a pristine box, maybe with a few dog ears of Earthbound, just sitting there on top of this pile of games. And I'm like, so I said that belongs in a museum, first of all. Second of all, I said, can we just put this on set? Because we were doing Call for Help with Leo Laporte. And they said, yeah, sure, because they were filling out the shelves with random gobbledygook shit. You know, like random shit they have sitting around, they just put on the shelves to be background. So if you watch Leo Laporte's Call for Help that only shot in Canada and was distributed on, I think, Canada's version of Tech TV for, I think we made 32 episodes. On those episodes, keep an eye on the game corner, and you will see Earthbound on the shelf. You might see it on the shelf.
Oh my god.
It's rare they shot that corner, but if you do see the game corner, you'll see Earthbound's on the shelf, and I convinced them to put it there. I also begged them. I said, you know, I've worked for you for 2 weeks for free, maybe.
No dice.
No.
Come on.
I think if I had asked Vic personally, he would have, but Vic was in the round that week.
My local retro shop has a complete in-box Earthbound for sale. So did you steal the box? No, he did not steal the box.
Honestly, I'm not a collector anyways. I don't think I'll ever care to buy the box and have it just even as a thing on a shelf. I'm not a collecting guy.
Yeah.
If I'd had my childhood copy, that would have a sentimental, like, I kept it since childhood.
Yeah.
I gave up on not getting to play a new game. You know, I think what happened, though, is I'm pretty sure that Earthbound turned into Robotrek, which was then traded in again and turned into Chrono Trigger. Like, I think a lot of people will agree that, like, in the end, it's best that I just played as many games as I could in my childhood. Like,
yeah.
You know, it sucks I didn't get to keep that, but we didn't have a lot of money, so, like, trading in games was a foregone conclusion. That was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
PlayStation, I mean, Amazon still doesn't have anything. Best Buy's still grayed out. It's past the mark where people say, oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
People said it would, like...
Oh, wait, no, it's not.
It's only been 40 minutes? We've been only live for 40 minutes? Oh.
The only thing you kept sealed was Deadly Premonition, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I think I gave that away before we moved.
Nope.
I kept it. I kept a sealed copy and brought it here.
It's either here or it's at my cousin's.
Okay, well, she can give it away. I'm not a collector. I don't care. I don't care about these things. Like, you know.
I used to be a collector. And then it got a little crazy.
Yeah.
And we had to sell everything and move to Japan with 7 suitcases.
That was therapeutic.
It really was. And now I don't want fucking anything.
Everything, yes.
I'm like, don't bring a new thing into the house.
Now we think a lot about the things we own and buy.
Friggin', and in those
Once you dump it all?
Yeah. In those 7 suitcases, it was like all our lighting equipment, our green screen, like so much of our show stuff. So it was really like 4 suitcases for us.
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't bring a single pair of socks.
So weird.
Yeah. All of a sudden one day I was like, oh shit, it's getting colder and I need socks. Guess I got myself.
The Sackboy plushie, I think that ended up with Quasi. Didn't he give it to somebody? I forget.
Yeah. We gave a bunch of stuff to Quasi and he was bringing it to events and giving it out at events.
Becky was being just buried by costume stuff too.
It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. The amount of costume stuff you never wanted to get rid of any of it because you might need it. This piece might be needed for a new costume in the future. This piece might be needed. Costumes were becoming, quite
Guys,
the ordeal.
Our basement was like
Just
huge Rubbermaid bins.
You did such a
all the
great
way
job
back.
of organizing it and keeping it stored.
Until you'd ask for something. You'd
And
be
then-
like, oh, there's a new Sackboy coming out. We need our...
New Sackboy's coming out. Extra, extra. New Sackboy. Sackboy 3. The Return of Sackboy. Revenge of Sackboy.
Anyways, then I couldn't find it. We thought that truck might have PlayStations in it. Well, not really. It was kind of like... We're like, maybe?
By the way, if you'd like to support the show, this was all shot last night on the Osmo Pocket, which is something I never do affiliate stuff with Amazon unless there's a product. I don't shill like this unless I really love a product. I think I once tweeted a pair of shoes I liked. The Osmo Pocket's amazing. I highly recommend it to everybody who likes to shoot video.
This is the new one that just
Smooth
came out?
video, yes. I also recommend the original Osmo Pocket, but if you look at this video, in the link is a affiliate link to buy the Osmo Pocket if you wanted to buy one. Maybe click that link.
If you didn't get a PS5.
It is so good. The low light has probably increased about 30 to 50% low light performance, and that's just enough because the Osmo Pocket came so close at being able to shoot dark scenes like this.
Oh,
And
yeah, this is all low light.
Yeah, and that
I didn't
extra
even think
little
about
bit that
that.
it improved is just enough to make it, like, amazing.
Japan seems creepy. When we first moved here, it felt like we were on a movie set. Like just the fact that it's so safe.
So safe and so quiet and surreal
Yeah, it's wild.
at night.
I was always like kind of watching my back, like you have to have your wits about you whenever you live in a city or anywhere.
If you're just joining us, guys, Becky and I are attempting to refresh retailers that we have used in the past to ship to Japan to try to get one. Amazon, no luck. BH and Photo has unlisted its PS5. Becky's trying, that's what I'm trying. Becky's trying Canadian retailers to see if we can ship to the guys that we've used in the past. No luck on any front. We have a couple turbos in queues on the official PlayStation store in America that if they're able to snag one will forward to us. A bunch of people screamed at us Sam's Club. We've never used Sam's Club has blocked us from even accessing the site, and I've never used Sam's Club. I'm not going to order anything from an North American retailer I've never used before. But if somebody snags one, I'll be open to having it forwarded to us, but it seems nobody's had any luck so far. Out of all the 1,000 people watching, I know not everybody's trying, but nobody's had luck at getting one yet. It sounds like, even for themselves. Say if you've succeeded in getting one for yourself, even in this last hour of a show, say you have. I would like to know who's even succeeded.
Miss Fable's still waiting. Time hasn't changed so far.
Show us some hope, says Alpha. Yeah, like I want to know that that these still exist. Is the PS5 an illusion, or like is it an actual thing?
Someone's saying it's sold out on PlayStation.
So if it's sold out on PlayStation.com, that would presumably mean that those in the queue right now have one secured.
Yeah.
So if you go to PlayStation.com right now, it will not put you in a queue. It'll just say not available. So those who are in a queue, that is interesting. It points to some hope.
Nope, not me, nope. I mean, the pre-order
I
thing.
waited for the queue and it just said sold out once the queue was done. So they forced you to sit in a queue to see sold out? What the fuck? If you're in a queue, it should mean that we've held on to your item. Just wait while the other guys check out. What the fuck is a queue for? What the fuck?
Yeah, the queue didn't hold anything. I got through and it sold out.
What the fuck is a queue for? Best Buy should open at 1 a.m. Well, other people said 1:30 for Best Buy.
I did my best with Sam's Club. Added it to the cart, but couldn't get checked out and was disappointed.
Yeah, this is all sad pandas, man. And I don't even use that term ever.
It's a waiting room, basically. I managed to get a pre-order from Amazon.
Yo, guys who are saying Sam's Club, fucking give her. Somebody order from Sam's Club, and as soon as I see somebody say, I got one from Sam's Club, I'm going to say, here's my contact info, send it ahead to me. But so far, we're hearing a lot of Sam's Club, but nobody actually succeeding on Sam's Club. Everybody's saying, Sam's Club, Sam's Club. It's like, fucking order one. I've never used Sam's Club. I didn't know what it was. Well, I barely knew what it was.
Had never heard
Becky
of
never
it.
even heard of it until today. I'm not signing up for a fucking... They won't even let us on their website from Japan. So I'm definitely not holding out hope that they'll ship to Japan when they won't even let Japanese people in. So thank you for the info. We acknowledge Sam's Club says they have them, but everybody who's tried so far hasn't been able to get one anyways. Walmart
They aren't
US
selling them in store in Japan.
My biggest hope right now is in-store physical release from a Turbo who works at Target who says that they have one, that they think they will almost definitely be able to get one tomorrow.
Yeah.
The only downside to that Turbo is that they said that they're waiting on their own, and I told them, you're fucking getting yours first. He said he was going to buy it no matter what as a backup because he wasn't confident in his Walmart pre-order.
Right.
And so, like, if he doesn't get his Walmart pre-order, then that's just not going to happen anyways, because I'm not letting him send me the only one he gets.
Oh, interesting. CB gun named after Walmart founder Sam Walton.
Are you fucking kidding me? So Sam's Club is just another Walmart family, another Walton family pocket liner? Good
We
Lord,
have Walmart in Japan. It's called Seiyu.
Yeah. Walmart Japan is called Seiyu, and it's... I think Walmart's thinking about dumping it and leaving Japan again.
Yeah, they have been talking about
it. It hasn't been profitable enough.
They get, like the one at our station gets Walmart Canada clothing. So I can still buy Walmart Canada clothing if I want it. It's like nice plaids.
Mm-hmm.
Pants that aren't like this size around. We're not gonna get the Xbox Series X.
Well, if there was one silver lining today, we got our most concurrent viewers in probably like a year and a half or 2 years since like the last E3 for this sad sitting on laptops refreshing show. The footage you're watching us watch right now is our footage from last night that we stayed up until about, I think we got home around 2 a.m. We went to the Sony launch event at the Kanda Myojin Shrine. You can watch this footage in its entirety with sound on our YouTube channel. It was cool. They lit up the shrine, a very famous shrine here. Featured in Live Love anime.
Love Live?
Or Love Live or something anime. I only found out about this yesterday because I was like, a related video came up for this video and I clicked it. It was like, the Myojin Shrine is featured in Love Live. It features, in the series, a character makes wishes on I don't know what they call them, wood tokens or something like that. They're these little things that you sign and tie to a thing. And it's like, and fans of the anime carry on the tradition to this day. It's like, fans of the anime are carrying on the tradition that's existed for fucking centuries in Japan. Thank goodness for Live Love fans carrying on the fucking tradition.
I try watching, but time zones are a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Did we have to travel to get there? We had to bike 16 kilometers there and 16 back.
Yeah, so it took us about an hour and 20 minutes to bike each way. So like 3 hours of biking last night, almost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great though. I mean, it's a joy to bike through Tokyo, especially at night. Like the streets are so easy to get through and navigate.
Yeah.
You know, we're old, so it took its toll on our bodies. My back hurt after. It's been a while since I biked that hard.
We were fucking giving her.
Yeah, as much as we can give her, yeah.
Yeah.
But we've been to the shrine before, so it wasn't like that big of an ask. Like we knew what we were in for with the bike, so we headed on down, and it's fun to take advantage of.
And actually, we couldn't even take the train because we'd get there on time, but the trains would have stopped.
By the time, we had to bike. Yeah. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten home.
Yeah.
Without an $80 cab ride.
Yeah. No exaggeration. Actually,
and it wasn't even.
$80.
It was nice last night. Like the temperature was like.
My butt was cold for like all night long.
Oh no.
It's cold biking.
It was
Our cabs are like outrageously expensive here. Literally. What?
Their rate goes up at night.
Yeah.
But cabs here are
insanely expensive.
For that distance.
16 kilometers?
I think you'd be paying almost the same.
$80?
I think you'd be paying almost the same in Canada. Like you'd be paying for 16 kilometers. What's the distance from here? What was the cost from the airport?
For the cab? $35 CAD.
I don't know. How many kilometers is that? That's 14 kilometers. So like at night here, it's double the rate of what it is in Vancouver.
Yeah.
But during the day, so like, I mean, cabs, in order to handle capacity the same way Uber does, because cab demand goes up a huge at night because people miss their trains, salarymen get drunk, and they double the price. Well, I don't know if they double the price, but they do put it up.
I spent a lot on a cab to get to Disney Sea since the trains were messed up by a typhoon.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get any typhoons this year. It's really disappointing.
One special offer available. What the fuck's that? Oh.
It's
20% off Energizer batteries with any purchase.
Hot damn, let's do it.
20% off. What? Wow.
A 20-kilometer ride from my house to the airport is $45 Canadian. Yeah.
And again, not everybody's been here since the top of the show, nor did they watch the last show and trailer, so I'll tell you again. We didn't get a pre-order for the PlayStation because in Japan, pre-orders were all done by lottery systems that had to be entered by previously existing customers of the retailer. We were not pre-existing customers of any of these retailers, so we didn't get in on any of the lottery system. There is no launch day systems in Japan. None. They were all attributed to pre-orders, in addition to the fact that because Japan is a smaller market, ironically, despite being the place where the Sony created the PlayStation, has probably been given very many less systems than America.
Yeah.
You can't get one here. It's sad.
Yeah.
We live in Japan. Do they regret living in Japan now? Oh yes.
All the regrets.
Look at the horrible time we're having in Japan. It's just awful. It's awful. AliExpress? Yeah, I should just grab one from AliExpress. I'm sure it will be a completely legit system.
No PS5s on Newegg. Just checked.
Yeah, like out of all the people watching right now, I haven't seen a single person say, I got one. Like, I got mine. I did it.
Yeah.
I got one. Like, It seems pretty fucking hard.
PS5 is not region free.
Yes, it is.
PS5 is region free.
Yes, it's region free. The only restriction region-wise to PS5 is PAL versus NTSC. That's a broadcast standard. That has nothing to do with region locking.
Oh!
Yeah.
I know that.
That's the broadcast standard of how the system communicates with the TV, whether it can take the signal or not.
Oh!
25 frames per second versus 30 frames per second was the historical, or rather, 50 hertz versus 60 hertz. The West is 60 hertz. They're 50 hertz in the UK. And it all just has to do with, like, you know, fucking eggheads when they invented cameras and television sets. The stubborn ones in the UK said, no, fuck you, we have our own hertz. The stubborn ones in the US said, no, we have our own hertz, and they didn't figure it out.
Right. Best Buy's been saying coming soon for
Yeah, I'm still
2
not
hours.
no luck on mine.
It's been an issue with APTs in the past. My friend won a PS5 by opening a packet of Doritos? What?
Well, if we asked for hope, and they gave us
There
hope.
is hope.
There is hope. You can.
Let's eat some fucking Doritos.
We asked for hope, and they gave it to us. Did anybody end up doing the Burger King thing that I recommended online? You can enter Burger King well, it's probably over now, but you could do it without any purchase necessary. You could enter once a day with no purchase necessary. All you had to do was fill out a 3x5 card with your name and address by hand, put it in an envelope and send it to them, and you'd be entering a draw, and you're allowed 1 entry per day
Holy shit.
for their PS5 giveaway. I do not eat at Burger King. They're jackasses. We've all
Yes.
seen what they do to streamers. We've all seen that fucking bullshit. It's also swill. So, you know, bonus. You know, it makes it easier for you to decide. It's terrible food.
It was terrible in Canada. It was really bad.
Burger King in Canada is one of the worst fucking places I've ever eaten. It's better in the States, I'll admit, but still not good.
Yeah.
On the flip side, A&W in Canada is... A&W in the States is...
A&W in Japan is...
However, this is coming from, like, a pescatarian, so take that with a grain of salt. My opinions are invalid.
I eat all the meat.
Becky still eats meat.
You can
I do
trust me. A&W is way overpriced. It is a little bit pricier.
The A&W veggie burger, or I don't know if they brought it back in Canada, but they had it for a short period and people loved it. And it was good, man. They got their grill marks on it and they got the taste of the grill in it. And, like, you couldn't fucking tell a difference. Nobody could tell a goddamn difference. It was the best pitch we've had publicly and popularly for moving away from meat.
It almost convinced me to get a non-beef burger, but not quite. I wasn't quite there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Does Japan get Chick-fil-A? What's Chick-fil-A? Is that like a...
If you guys don't... Chick-fil-A, we've never been... Yes, if you don't know the Burger King controversy, Burger King went around and circumvented product placement for streamers, giving them actual ad deals and revenue, like, you know, proper signed into an endorsement. They just went around and sniped them on stream with $3, $5 donations to trick them into saying, you know, get the Burger King Whopper for this price right now or something like that. People are like, so what? They still give them money. Guys, this is a fucking billion-dollar company that sees streamers as worth fucking chump change. Like, ad deals get cut all the time with fucking, like, major broadcasters for millions of dollars. But they think that somebody pulling in thousands of views on Twitch is worth, like, that is disgusting.
It's pretty insulting.
It is insulting. And it's the way they did it, too. They're like, look what we did. We fucking hacked the system, and we tricked them.
Remember when Fraser almost got into a Burger King ad?
Remember that?
I remember. Well, it's us.
We almost got into a Burger King ad by saying that Burger King is shit, just by being honest.
Yeah.
And then I lost the opportunity by being honest.
Yeah, idiot.
I had my third interview. I had 3 interviews total with them. On the final one with the actual director, he was like, so we'll tell you the full spiel now. This is for the chicken sandwich that we're promoting, and we're looking for people who, are critical of it. And he was like, he even acknowledged, he's like, I know you were tweeting about the burgers, I think, but like, do you have what are your opinions on the chicken? And like, all I had to say, they were going to offer me like $5,000
and a flight to LA.
and fly me down to LA. And I knew, as I'm talking, I can't say lies. I can never not say the truth. And like, I know all he wants me to say is like, oh yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like the chicken sandwich. And he told me the whole premise of the commercial. He was like, we're getting people who said that they don't like it in the past to try the new one on our commercial.
And we want their honest opinions.
All I had to say was, I had it in the past and I didn't like it. Yeah, it's just not good enough. That's all I had to say. And I probably would have gotten $5,000 and a flight down to LA. But instead I'm like, nah, I never had it. No. But, so you want to talk about the burger? Because I didn't like that burger I had. I did not like it. I didn't like it.
Fuck, just lie. Are you kidding me?
I don't lie.
God damn.
You'll notice we do sponsored streams. And you're not going to see me on sponsored streams sitting there lacing into a game that's sponsored. What I'll do on sponsored streams, because I'm being paid, is hold my tongue for criticisms, nitpicks that I might otherwise unleash. On the flip side, I also don't accept sponsorships except for games that I already think I, in some way, enjoy.
Right. Yeah.
So I've passed up many sponsorships that I've played the game, and I've actually gone back to potential sponsors who said, play our game, we'll give you this much money. And I've come back to them and said, I can, but I just want to be full disclosure to you. I want to be fair to you. You won't like some of the things I say because I think that your game has major problems or something like that. And I've had them say like, oh, thanks. Okay, we won't then. For games that I thought weren't good, like little games or by, stuff.
His morals, guys, even for burgers.
On the other hand, like, we've had sponsored shows where I've had nitpicks that I just spit my tongue. I'll just, like, for the sponsor, I'll focus on the positive on the sponsored shows. I'll focus on the things I am enjoying instead of going on a diatribe about what I think they could improve. But we've also done sponsored streams where I've said a few things, where I've said, like, I'd like to see this, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
But you're never going to see me come on and, like, promote something I fucking hate. Like, or...
Cool, Nara. My husband and I were invited to an audition for a reality TV show, 90 Day Finance. We sent them a response saying why their show sucks. Never heard from them again.
That is a side note to that Burger King story, too. It did help that I was, like, exhausted from PAX.
Right.
And I was just burnt out, and I was like, technically, was actually a little bit relieved that I didn't get it.
So we would have had to fly from San Antonio, where we were at the time, right? Back to Vancouver, and then like the next day you would have had to fly to LA and then come back, and then there was like another event.
There was something else going on, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was a bit relieved because on one hand I couldn't give up that money in good conscience.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, and I couldn't give up how cool it would be to be on how stupid it would be for our fans to see me on a Burger King commercial was like, that was the other motivator.
You would never make it to the commercial. Sorry.
I would have never been edited in because I wouldn't have been good enough.
Yeah. Because we saw the commercial after and the people were all like,
oh, Jesus, so good. I would have never done that. I would have never like gone over the top and been that dishonest.
Yeah.
The people they ended up using were fucking fake.
It was an interesting idea because they were real complaints. Like they would show like...
They were people who did real tweets, but the end result, the way they talked, those people were putting it on because they were getting paid and happy to do it.
I don't remember Timberwolf. 90 Day Finance. I've never heard of this show. Not finance. Fiance? Oh, that's really different.
That is much different. 90 Day Finance. What is 90 Day Fiance anyways?
Oh my god, I want to touch that.
Becky's delirious. She needs another coffee.
I didn't even have a proper coffee.
You didn't? What do you mean?
I just made one of the...
Oh, the stick, the shitty...
They're not shitty.
Okay.
They're not my coffee, though. Finance and debt. That's good stuff, you guys.
No luck here.
I actually am
boys.
a lot less interested in 90 Day Fiance.
You're more interested in 90 Day Finance? Sounds
Yeah.
like a real winner.
Yeah, like, think about all the spreadsheets you'd have and all the charts. Like, an assessment of how much coffee
You should have been an
you
accountant.
spend. My sister's an accountant. I don't want to be one. It looks too hard.
They have to get... It's someone who wants to marry someone from another country, and they have to get married in 90 days.
Oh! That would have worked for you guys, but you were honest.
It spawned a lot
It's
of memes.
hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
By participating in a show like that, are they not admitting publicly that they are entering into an illegitimate marriage for the sake of a visa? Like,
Well, they're in love, though.
really? They get only
Kulnara
people...
and her husband, yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about 90... Oh, that's what she auditioned for.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking
Or
about, like,
they
the
contact.
rest of the like, are they all... Do they only get people who are in
Yeah,
legitimate
because, like,
relationships?
that's difficult. You have to, like, prove that you're actually very much in love. Like, you have to create scrapbooks.
It's legitimate?
and
They get
shit.
real fiancés? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was just imagining a show just full of people just being like...
No, and it's real finances. The finances are all real. They're in love for the most part.
I wonder how many hoops you had to jump through, Kulnara. Like, if getting a visa was extra challenging for you just because, like, the Russian bride thing is such a, like, trope. Like, everybody knows that. Like,
Oh, yeah, weird.
mail order
about
brides
that.
were generally a Russian
I mean,
thing.
they met in Russia, so that might
Yeah,
be...
that might help. That she didn't just fly over randomly. And
Yeah.
why was that a thing? Why was specifically Russian mail order brides a thing?
I got an email from Best Buy Canada saying that their pre-orders start late morning EST.
What late morning? What does late morning mean? Like 9, 10, 11 a.m.? That would be our getting towards our midnight or something, or yeah. What does that even mean? I got a PS5 remote! No waiting for my PS5 DualSense controller. No PS5 console yet due to limited stock. We'll check in December, says G-Tone, very excited about his PS5 controller and remote.
Woo!
Good on you, buddy. My friend has a Ukraine fiance. Getting a green card has taken well over a year. The process is still ongoing. Yeah, like...
Wow.
You would imagine there's extra suspicion because of the history of that. Like, I'll be your...
Somebody at work asked you if you were a mail order bride once?
Who said this?
Kulnara.
That's really offensive.
Wow, that's
But
crazy.
it obviously comes from that old trope, like, access denied to who?
Best Buy.
Refresh again. They've just blocked us
Shit.
on Best Buy. Okay.
Should I refresh this one or no?
I guess.
Damn it.
They've just blocked us on Best Buy Canada. Becky's refreshed enough to be blocked. That is, unless Best Buy Canada... This is the time where they said they would go live, or closer to. Is it down for everybody? Best Buy Canada? BestBuy.ca? Maybe it's just everybody. Like, their site is currently, like, updating or something. Other exciting things, though, the purchase I am excited about coming soon.
It works for you.
Is there's new Macs out.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get rid of this one.
Holy yeah, this is like a
This is a Mother Hubbard of a Mac
Big Mac show.
that Breaker actually our company here in Japan helped me finance because like it's expensive. And I wanted it to be able to edit the 360 shit we were doing for Beck and Frash, but I'm starting to get less bullish on that and more towards this format again. It's just more fun for me when I'm in the location shooting things artistically.
Yeah.
Whereas the 360, while I think 360 format that I invented, that flat view, I think looks cool and I think it's novel and interesting and I'm still going to do it every so often. I'm just not going to edit hours of it like I was planning to and would need a powerful PC for. Yeah, I'm probably going to be getting rid of this and getting a much cheaper M1 Mac. Probably for Becky first to test out. Those new Macs are cheap and seem very powerful. And 22-hour battery life.
That is insanity.
Like, what the fuck, man?
That's like almost the entire time it takes to get home.
Yeah.
Like the whole time you could be on your computer.
Watching videos.
Yeah. Which one,
I
the Pro or
think
the
the
Air?
Pro, because the Pro is technically thinner than the Air.
What?
And
why do they even have the Air anymore?
it's lighter. It's thicker than the Pro, but lighter than the Pro.
It's weird.
Because the Pro has more stuff in it. It has a fan cooling system, and that's why the Pro, that's the only difference between the Air and the Pro. The 13-inch Pro is the fucking cooling system.
Huh.
It has fans inside that'll cool the chip for extended usage of like video encoding is where that'll come out being better because sustained tasks will be better. Yeah, but that we're gonna, I think it's really exciting for you Apple fans out there. You'll think it's probably exciting that Apple is going to their own chips, further integrating their ecosystem.
Best Buy Canada is not blocked for me, but is still out of stock.
So we've been banned from multiple sites now for refreshing.
That's exciting.
Who even does that?
Yeah, seriously.
Retailers banning people for refreshing on launch day consoles. Of course we're going to refresh, you assholes.
Yeah.
If you don't want us to refresh, create some sort of a queue system. Oh, I get it now. That's why Sony did that.
Look at his teeth. Look at his teeth.
What we're watching here on the screen, guys, is our last night going to Honda Myojin Shrine for the PlayStation Light Up Show Day thing. No consoles.
Look at those balls.
Some people on Twitter thought there was going to be a console, which some people got really excited, thinking we were going to a launch event that would have consoles, but no, it was just a very quiet.
But it was very odd. At the end, in particular.
I thought something was going to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody was leaving.
Nobody was leaving.
All
They were
these people stood there taking photos of the same fucking loop for an hour, acting as though at midnight something would happen.
Yeah.
At the end, all that happened was the show stopped and then PS5 was simply displayed in the center.
Yeah.
And that was it. And like, even after that, people still stood there until an employee finally said, "Thank you for coming." Like, in Japan, I feel like the Japanese just can't. They can't end an event unless they either hear Auld Lang Syne or someone makes a speech.
Yeah.
They need closure.
Yeah.
And like everyone was just standing there like.
It was really weird that they didn't play Auld Lang Syne.
Yeah.
Actually, I was very much expecting it.
And then as a gaijin, I was like, is there something I don't know? So we're waiting. We're like, is something going to happen?
Yeah.
So we waited. Nothing happened.
Was the truck part of the event? The truck was there to disassemble the event. So also with Japanese events, if it ends at midnight, it ends at midnight. And they're disassembling at 12:01.
Yeah, good boy.
So that truck was for disassembly.
Literally, yeah. They according to Wario 64, says some. Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Apparently, they're still in stock if you're on the PlayStation Direct store.
Hi.
But lots of people are in queue. So like, some people have gotten to the end of queue on PlayStation Store earlier than others who are in it right now. And it said not in stock, but Wario64 on Twitter, who is a very well-known guy who updates on stock, is saying they still do have stock.
I know this is a PS5 stream, but my dad got us an Xbox Series X, and I fucking love it.
That's cool.
Fast
You know,
and everything.
the Series X, the Xbox, is less exciting because, you know, Xbox, less exclusives. It's a less of a reason to get. Though they are acquiring companies, so there will be more exclusives in the future that we may have to eventually... Well, no, but then we don't because we have a PC. So that's the main thing why Xbox isn't super exciting. If you have a PC, you can play everything that'll be on Xbox. But it is cool because it's a very subsidized system. It's like cheaper than what would cost an equivalent PC, and you have like a nice ecosystem and couch playing controller based setup. Like, it's cool. Like, so it is exciting. It's still a new generation of Xbox, just much less exciting in my opinion than PlayStation. And most reviewers are saying the PlayStation is a true generational leap, whereas the Xbox is, while a great improvement, it feels more like another incremental increase, just like, you know, they did with their previous systems. So, you guys hearing this?
Yeah. Rediger's a good boy.
Game Pass is a good deal, yeah. Plus, the Series S is a damn good deal, so, like, you know, that's awesome. Coming out with a slim system on day one was a sort of unprecedented, I think kind of unexpected, for me anyways.
Thank you.
Slim system is what you expect a year down the road. Rediger, you are so talented, says somebody.
It's true. It's true.
Are there ASMR channels that just focus on kitty sounds?
Probably.
So if you're just tuning in, we haven't had a lot of luck ourselves. It looks like nobody's had any luck. We have yet to see a single person outside of one that said they got it from a Doritos bag that they've achieved PS5'd on launch day.
Yes, I think you should, Lockdown Gamer, go to London Drugs early if they weren't taking pre-orders.
What do you mean? Is London Drugs going to take physical?
Sometimes they do, yeah.
But during COVID? That's like kind of taboo for a retailer. Like, it feels like every retailer's agreed nobody should be doing a launch day thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
In person. And if you guys, I'll say the spiel again, not everybody was here since the beginning. PlayStation launch day, nothing in Japan. Everything was attributed to pre-orders, and we didn't get in on pre-orders. We didn't, it was a lottery system, and we didn't achieve it. We didn't get one.
The guy in electronics said that it would be coming in without pre-orders.
Fraser, you said you had the Whopper and loved it. Have I said that in the past? I probably said I liked the Whopper in America better than Canada, that's for sure.
We used to do Whopper Wednesdays when we lived in Toronto. Fraser doesn't remember this.
Yeah, I do remember it. No, I do.
Okay.
We would go, when we were so poor, we'd go to fucking the Burger King and eat a fucking Whopper for what?
It was really cheap.
It was really cheap.
It was like in 2000.
I think it was 2 for $3.
It was, I remember
$3 rings a bell, but $3 wouldn't have been a deal in that time for a single Whopper without a combo.
Right.
I think it was 2 for $3 Whopper Wednesdays.
Maybe.
And we would go for that and
like friggin' fill
up our calorie budget for the week because we were so fucking poor.
Yeah. Man, the best thing when you're poor is to work at a restaurant that will let you eat the food.
Like
I worked at Pita Pit, and you would get like a free pita
every time I came by.
Yeah.
That was good shit.
And I got a free pita for working there.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
Imagine having a release date and promoting it on Twitter on midnight, but not telling anyone to actually buy it. Not letting anyone actually buy it. Yeah. All these retailers promoted these, but like, who knows who actually got consoles? Like, who knows how many they even had allotted?
I love Newfoundland. Although it's weird that you guys put stuffing on your poutine.
Wario64 is now saying that they are sold out of PS Store, but I'm staying in queue.
Who is this?
Wario64?
Yeah.
He's just a major, like, Twitter account dude. I don't know if he has insider info or ever, but he always seems to know shit ahead of time sometimes.
Cool.
I think he's Japanese, but he doesn't talk about Japanese stock. He only talks about American.
Interesting.
So he's no help to us, really, for our side, but...
Yeah, sometimes homeless people would throw pitas at me. If we made pitas wrong, we could keep it, and then we could eat it or whatever. But I'd give it to, like, homeless people on the way home, and then I gave it to this... One time I gave it to this dude, and he threw it at me.
He threw it at you? He was probably a fucking... What do they call those kids? The ones that pretend to be homeless. The pension... or the... Not
right.
pension. The trust fund kids. Who slum it and pretend to be fucking homeless because it's
Right.
cool.
Or 8 minutes for Best Buy, maybe. I'm, like, still blacked.
We're still black from Best Buy. We've refreshed too much. You're a good boy, buddy. Well, it was fun hanging out with you guys on fucking launch day. Even if we couldn't open a console, we'll eventually get one down the road, I guess.
Yeah.
It's funny that somebody just said in the YouTube chat, PS5 will not sell as well as the PS4. They've sold more at this pre-order launch than they did in the first 3 months of PS4.
Seriously?
That's what Sony claimed.
Who's getting these? I mean, I guess a lot of you guys did
A lot of
get
them,
in on
like a lot of people got
pre-orders.
pre-orders.
Yeah.
So
I'll keep trying. Yeah.
Sony is saying they expect this to be their best system since the PS2, which was still, I think, leads the all-time systems sold leaderboards. PS2.
Retro Chris said that Mod Pizza was probably the worst job they've ever had.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I love Mod Pizza.
I thought that looked like a great place to work.
They said restaurant jobs suck. They got to keep up to 3 pies to bring home.
Hey, buddy. You're just a really good bud.
PS2 was the best-selling system, not including handhelds.
Yeah, I think handhelds was beaten by the DS, right? The DS is the
DS
best.
was so huge. Oh
The
my
best-selling
God.
system of all time, I think, if you include handhelds. But if you only go by consoles, PS2 is the reigning champ. 155 million PS2s were sold. I think only, if my memory serves, 40 million PS4s were sold.
155 million.
It was massively popular in Japan as well as America.
Wow.
But Japan especially bought the shit out of the PS2.
Oh, it was Retro Chris's store in particular.
Oh,
Mod
112
Pizza.
million for the PS4. Jeez, I wonder where I got 40 million from. Maybe 40 million was within the first year. Maybe that's what they were talking about. I just remember 40 million getting mentioned a lot. The Wii was also a big seller for sure.
Yeah.
Switches sold 68 million. I remember seeing a stat that said the average number of games purchased per console, and that's another big metric that the companies obviously look at because they make money off of every game sold. So they don't just care about in fact, they often take hits. They often take losses on a lot of the systems they sell. So what they really care about is the money they make afterwards on game percentages. And I think that they said the average games per system is like 4.5.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's really low. It's like the average expected purchase of per system of games is 4.5 per console sold.
What?
You'd expect it to be like us and our audience think that's insane.
Yeah.
But when you think about the casual user, it's like maybe that makes sense.
Wow.
You'd have to Google that though. Like I could be like, I have a memory that's weird. Sometimes I combine things, but I remember reading something like that.
Someone in Shadow Chat said, do you think the 4 sold less in Japan because of how 4 is such an unlucky number here?
I don't know.
It's an
Maybe.
interesting
Possibly.
thought.
I think that it might not be that bad because I think they stayed away from, like, they don't call it the what is the bad version of 4? Shi? Shichi?
She. Sorry.
I don't think they call it the PlayStation Shichi.
That's 7. Sorry.
Oh.
She.
Shi.
Yeah.
Just Shi
Yeah.
is the 4, the bad 4. Yon is the other 4 that they
Yeah.
prefer. Yon is good. But
They call it
they just call
PlayStation 4.
4. They don't call it. Yeah, so I don't think that would enter into it for them. Neither do they ever use the kanji for 4.
Yeah.
So it's PlayStation 4 here. PS4. They also say that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would really enter into it.
Consoles are just not huge in Japan. It might
They're less
change
huge here than they are in America for sure.
a little bit because of COVID, maybe. Like, arcades are big. Going, like, out into the world is big. Doing things at home isn't.
With the advent of flat screen, I think consoles are maybe getting more popular here because people have more space in their house for a sizable TV and setup. So I think that might be helping. Flat screens definitely are more appealing to a Japanese tiny house person. But
Should I just get this one that's
no,
1,600?
no, you should not get that.
Okay.
Well, it's cool that everybody's watching us just sit here.
Yeah, I hope that this is entertaining for you guys, at least.
I don't know why everybody's watching, honestly.
It's kind of fun shooting the shit.
We don't even get these numbers for fucking show and trailer.
It's a launch day, man.
And on the show and trailer, we actually watch things. By the way, while we have a lot of people watching, if you're an old Turbo who isn't in our Turbo chat, some of you may be confused. You have to we've moved the chat over a new system that old Turbos will have to apply to get in. You just have to fill out a form. So maybe somebody can post that link in there in the YouTube chat for Turbos who might be confused. It's an application process that you just enter your email and we look up your old Turbo purchasing verification.
And I'll email you back.
We just moved us all over to a new system, a new way of...
Oh, also, we're doing a Turbo card exchange. So if you guys want in on that, then go to Turbo2 and you can fill out a form or go to our Discord. Spread the holiday cheer when the time comes.
What are you doing, pal? You want to just...
You signed up? You did already? Rock on.
You're such a good boy. Oh, you're going to go up there?
Yeah, Best Buy should be live now. I still can't.
Is anybody getting into Best Buy Canada at all?
They totally... Oh, Aubrey, Best Buy still has nothing.
How do you become a Turbo? If you want to know how to become a Turbo, I think in the description for this broadcast has the link to Patreon. It's a $50 membership. It's been like that since the show started almost, way back. And it's a lifetime membership with the suggestion that if you are using it and you're showing up and watching the show a lot and participating in the community, that you donate $50 per year, but we don't enforce it. If you can't afford it, don't do it. That's how our system works. I was just looking at a Twitch streamer the other day, and I was looking at the way it works on Twitch, the way they have these tiered memberships. Mm-hmm. And then they have like special badges for being a Turbo for a long, or being a premium member for a long time, and like they have this like elitism tiered thing. I get having pride in being like a supporter for a long time and like everything, we kind of do that in a way with like people getting year dated shirts and stuff, but like it just feels so dirty the way that like you can get kicked out of a community when you can't afford it anymore. That you're gone.
Yeah,
That's what
Fraser's never liked that idea.
my entire philosophy behind the lifetime membership was you should never be kicked out. The $50 was always
unless you do something.
Was always a pay gate to make sure that like on our shows we were able to control our chat and not have just randos coming in and saying nasty stuff to us on our regular streams and spoiling games on our regular streams and things like that. We made a pay gate. So if you wanted to do something shitty, you at least had to give us $50 to do it.
Yeah.
And nobody ever actually took advantage of that. Nobody's just paid $50, came in, said something shitty, and got banned. It never happened. I mean, I even waited for the day I'd get to say thank you for your $50 in a snide way, and I never had to. That's why we always made it a high paywall to get in, is for that process. But yeah, the idea of like being like, you can't keep up your $5 a month, bye, you're not allowed in the chat anymore. That's just, I didn't like it.
There, I put the link in the.
But basically, it's in the future we might make it so it's like instant access, like it used to be. You paid through a PayPal button, but now that it's through Patreon, unfortunately, you have to wait till the end of the month because the payment has to go through, and then Becky turbos everybody in the first week of the following month.
So the 7th.
So if you tried to sign up right now, you'd have to wait till the first week of December to get in. We might switch it over. I think there's a toggle on Patreon that says you have to pay immediately upon signing up. And that way we would be able to verify your payment and immediately make you a part of the club. I just don't know if there's any downsides.
To get into the card exchange, go to My Turbo Toots.
It's cool, friendly gamer. We'll keep a spot warm for you. Thanks, Sippy Cup. Go Turbos. Yeah, we switched to Turbo Chat only all the way back in 2012 or 13. Yeah, we like, and then story time. Like fucking, we called it Turbo Club. I did it because I liked the name Turbo. I thought it was a cool 90s word, and we did it. In the past, we used to use the Twitch chat, and the only way to do such a thing, because there was no such thing as premium memberships on Twitch. So we modded every turbo.
Yeah.
Because you
every
could turn on
single turbo was a mod.
Yeah, and then we would turn on mod chat only. And that's how we invented Turbo Club. We invented premium memberships. I don't know that anybody besides Giant Bomb, and they weren't even doing it for their stream, they were doing it for their website community. And I think maybe like something off of forums had premium memberships, but again, they're not a show. Those are the only things I knew about that had premium memberships to that point. We were, in my mind, the first show to do premium memberships that got you access to like our Minecraft server and our fucking show. And then Twitch comes around and says, you can have subscribers only. We call it the Turbo program. Fuck you! You knew! They know us! They knew we had a thing called Turbo Club. They fucking knew! And they turned around and then didn't... Sorry, buddy. Come on in. They fucking knew our name. They knew we were doing it. They knew we invented it. They never consulted us. They never offered us to even, like, integrate with their system. And when they finally did... through one of their big mods, who's a great guy, by the way, was attacked by Twitch themselves, was eaten by his own fucking employer at one point. It's in articles out there. This is a guy who's Richard. Anyways, great guy. He just mentioned it to us one time, saying like, oh, I saw how you're doing like your premium memberships. You might want to like join the official Twitch thing or whatever. And I was like, I was like, what's the cut? They're like, they take 50%. I'm like, why? Why would I ever? And he's like, yeah, it probably doesn't make sense. And I was like, that was the only thing. It wasn't even from like a person at the Twitch top like partnership program. We were a partner because we signed on with one of the founders of Twitch during the Justin days. So we were a partner through a weird system, and to this day, Twitch employees get confused. by how we're partners with our sub button.
They're like, this isn't possible.
They're like, you're not a partner. As we're like trying to get like access to a Twitch party, they're like, you're not a partner. It's like, we are. We're a partner. This happens every fucking time. Fun story. They lost our fucking contract. Our original contract's gone. They fucking contacted me asking me to re-sign up for the partner program, and then we'll get you a sub button and stuff. I'm like, go fucking get a hold of Kevin Lin. He might have my contract. That guy's a fucking millionaire in fucking Taiwan now. He's completely signed off from Twitch. But I said to them, I was like, you know, get a hold of Kevin Lin. He might have the contract. I'm happy with my current contract that you don't even have on file anymore. Twitch has been great to us.
Fraser's very passionate about this.
Fucking
it's a good story.
Assholes.
Yeah.
The last guy who did that was such a little prick, too. He's just like, I don't know how this is possible. You're not a partner.
Yeah.
As we're just trying to get, like, wrist badges for the boys and us to get into the party so that we can just, like, get some free drinks. And, like, he's like, yeah. And then, like, he finally figures it out that we're a partner. And he's like, so why don't you have a sub button? I was like, we have our own system. We signed up a long time ago. We don't want one. And he's like, do you not like money? Yeah. He's a fucking prick. I fucking hate Twitch. There's been a couple people who work at Twitch that I've liked, that I've met and liked.
Yeah.
A large majority I have not liked.
We don't quite jive.
I have not liked a lot of Twitch employees.
I got back on Best Buy.
Okay. They let you back in.
It says coming soon.
Still coming soon. And, I mean, you know, the documentation's out there on Twitch. The articles are out there about the corporate culture inside. It all jives. Every bit that I read when Twitch does something shitty, I'm like, that matches up with the types of people I've met at Twitch.
And the Twitch parties we've been to.
Yeah, it's that culture is
I'm
pretty
still
much what I
reading
observed.
that article. It is so long and so damning.
So gross.
Yeah. Fraser likes people. Some people. Right, Fraser?
Yeah, I like some people.
Yeah. See? He likes me.
You should see all the people I've met that I like and like me.
You should see them all, guys.
Ask the turbos who have met me in person if I like people.
Cricket.
I'm just a very passionate man.
So that's why you left
No,
Twitch.
that we obviously still stuck with Twitch despite all that bullshit because we had a following on there.
Yeah.
It was the DMCA thing that made us, was the camel that broke the straw's back, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I met you. You're nice. I don't know if you liked me, says Gaming Kid.
We've had multiple turbos who have met us.
Tell us
who've
that
met
we're short.
me. Yes, told us that we're
Every single time.
So many turbos have told me in person, be like, it's really weird for me. I expected you to be meaner.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're so friendly and nice in person. And I'm like, it's different when you talk to somebody face to face than some faceless chat amalgamation, you know, fucking juggernaut thing.
Aw, Fluffy Jake.
The impatience that I express with the chat is often because I'm talking to a blob of people who
I want to meet some Frage.
Yeah. You'll rarely meet up with my actual wrath in person. You have to be a pretty shitty person. Gosh, you'd have to be a Trump supporter.
Guys, remember when we went to a baseball game? We went to a baseball game together.
Yeah, we did. It was fun.
That was awesome. It was a bunch of people's first baseball games.
Lots of turbos went to a Seattle game together.
I was too shy to talk to y'all at PAX South. Aw.
One day, fan meetups might never be as frequent as they were in the past. Not like 2 PAXs a year, but one day there'll be more fan meetups. I'm sure we're going to get over to events over in America. Mm-hmm. One day.
It was Quasi's first baseball game.
The glory days.
Hi, Cass. I saw you in Turbo Chat, or in Shadow Chat there. I wanted to go to Disney with y'all. Yeah. We had that plan for a while. We wanted to do a Disney.
We thought TurboCon might happen at Disney or something, and then that kind of like, then Japan happened. And then it didn't go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Target is up. Target is alive. Is anybody able to get into Target? I know that Target will not ship to Japan, so I'm not trying Target myself, but if any of you guys get one, let me know if you end up getting a second one.
I'm about to order a PS5 from Target. I'm in the cart now, not for us.
Not for Alpha doesn't have one for himself yet.
Yeah.
Okay, is anybody else able to get in Target? Aegeus is. Shadow Chatters, we're going to focus on turbos, I think, trying for us to get systems. So it's awesome if you're trying in the Shadow Chat.
Nick got my second PS5 from Target.
There we go. All right. We're done. All right, we're done. We got it. We got it. Enoch is the turbo I've been in contact with. I can say now, he's the one who has been putting this together for us in the shadows. Enoch has gotten his second one. So Enoch, your one from...
As long as the other one goes through.
Your one from Walmart has definitely gone through. I want to make sure you get yours.
Yeah.
I don't want to be taking potentially your only one.
We did it. We saved them.
Okay, so Enoch, the moment you get that, go ahead and get the fastest shipping you can to Japan. Within reason. There's probably, I could imagine, like $1,000 shipping options that get it to you within 6 hours or something. We don't need that fast, but like Enoch is
updated shipping info that it'll be here tomorrow.
All right. We have a PS5, guys. It may take a few days, but we have a PS5 then. From a turbo, Enoch. There's a lot. I'll slide over the YouTube chat here. He's not our sugar daddy, guys. We are paying him back, just so you know. Like, there was a lot of celebration here in the... Oops. Let's go. Yeah,
USA.
GG.
USA.
YouTube chat's happy. Side bonus to being on YouTube, I've found the YouTube chat is much more positive than the Twitch chat.
It really is. It's
the shadow chat, I don't know why.
It's a pleasant place to be.
Much more pleasant. Every so often you get a jerk, but like it seems much more pleasant in the YouTube shadow chat is what we call you guys that aren't in the turbo chat. All right. Holy shit, Enoch, great job.
Whoa. Lifetime
So
turbo
Enoch,
check.
I thought you were planning to get a physical one in store, I thought, not as a like...
Yeah, I thought so too.
I didn't know you were going to be getting one online. But you did it. So he's getting one tomorrow. So potentially, will you be able to tomorrow send it out, or is it the first your Walmart one that's coming tomorrow, and then maybe the next one, maybe the Target will be the next day or something? Enoch, we've met in Japan. He came and we had a lunch with him and some ramen.
Yeah. His partner. I'm sorry.
And they have a blind kitty that is adorable. All right, so that's a huge relief. So Target just came out of nowhere at what? 1:45 a.m. for them? And started, and people were able to grab them seemingly better than any other retailer. Target just went through.
Yeah.
Like, we've been trying every retailer. Our entire community's been trying all the retailers, and none worked, but Target did.
So Walmart and Target should be in Enoch's hands tomorrow, and I will send it as soon as I possibly can.
Holy fuck. Is Target able to... Oh, because Target's in-store pickup. That's why he's able to get it tomorrow. Is Target... So, yeah, it's in-store pickup. Great. Okay. And then we'll figure out the shipping. Yeah, so I wonder how much shipping would be and what the best carrier would be. Maybe we'll research that a little bit.
Yeah, we should look that up so that Enoch doesn't have to.
Enoch, you can use whatever you're comfortable with. But, like, yeah, I'll look at... I think FedEx is generally the way that most of our stuff comes from the States, so they might, for whatever reason, be the best. I don't know why, but most stuff I order from the States comes via FedEx.
Oh, we know it's expensive. shipping from west to east.
West to east is expensive. East to west isn't as expensive, ironically.
I was going to do FedEx.
FedEx? Yeah, I think FedEx tends to be the best one. Let's see. FedEx shipping estimate. I mean, anything that comes sub 1,500 is like, at this point, works for us. Let me see. Do they let you quickly and easily estimate a shipping cost from FedEx? How much does a PS5 weigh? Does anybody have the box dimensions?
It might be here.
Weight is more important than box dimensions, though. Weight.
It's around 4.5 kilograms.
What's your city, Nick?
Oh, don't tell us.
Well, it's just a city. Or, like, what's your state, even?
Here.
I don't know. Okay, Becky's looking it up. She might have it. Oh, okay. Becky thinks she knows, and she just told me.
They're saying 6.7 kilograms, 7 point.
6 points. So let's see how much it's going to cost.
It's weird.
DHL is also good. They're a very international company. Let's say a FedEx extra large box, I guess. Oh, okay. Becky has it. Yeah. Okay.
That's so weird that we're getting such differing opinions
On the
weight.
size and weight.
Yeah.
One package at how many pounds? 17.
9.9 pounds, 17.
Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot of different opinions on poundage. And they're saying that the size is what?
The size, if this is right, it's in millimeters. Is that
I need inches.
Okay.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna say 32 inches by 32 inches by 32 inches. I think that's probably like over.
It says 15.4 by 10.5 by 4.1.
I'm just still gonna overdo it. 20 by 15. What was the last number?
4.1.
That's got to be the size of the system itself, not the packaging. Yeah. We need the packaging size. I'm just gonna put in like what I think, like fucking 24 by 32 by 32. It's not the size that matters as much as it is the weight. So what's the weight of the actual shipping weight?
Let's say 10 pounds.
13. This guy says it's this, but then again 6.9 inches means you're talking about the weight of the system, not the weight of the box that it ships in, not the weight of the entire thing. It can't be. Those dimensions alone, 7 inches. The box isn't 7 inches. The box is going to be wider than that, right? Like.
Yeah. This is what PlayStation officially says.
For the box?
No, that's including the base.
Yeah.
Ps5 Box Dimensions. The height, width, depth, etc. Okay, so here. Height 17, width 18.5, depth 7, weight 14.8.
Depth is 7. So the guy in the YouTube chat was right. It's a skinny box.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. And then what's the weight?
14.8.
Let's say
And this is it in relation to the size of a bulldog.
Of a French bulldog.
Yeah.
Ouch. We can have it 16th. That's okay. So we can have it like, God damn it! Really? That long? International priority. We can have it by Monday for $347. Okay, there's got to be cheaper options.
How bad is it? How much? I want to know. I'm curious. Oof. Oh.
And then there'll be import fees.
It's true. It's not the size, it's how you
And
use
this
it.
is why we wanted to get from a retailer that we know ships to Japan, because they have their own brokers and they have their own, like...
Try USPS.
We can get stuff sent to us from Amazon with 2-day shipping for, like, large items for, like, I think I got something sent for, like, $20.
Yeah.
And it came here, like, that. Because, like, these major retailers have these systems in place.
Faints. I mean, if it wasn't COVID, I'd pay for someone to fly over here.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting, like, within the range of, like, subsidizing your own fucking flight out.
Yeah. I mean, only one way. My PS4 shipment says it's 16.3 pounds.
Yeah, so probably I'll put in 17. Maybe if I bring down the dimension... No, this is the dimensions that I put in the right dimensions.
17, 18.5, and 7.
Have you guys found any cheaper
Try USPS.
USPS? If you're joining us now, we got one. One of our turbos got a second one. Now we are looking at how much shipping is going to destroy us. But again, it's coming in, like, it looks like we're going to be paying half the price of the console to have it shipped in a timely manner. And what's the point if it's not a timely manner, right? Like, the USPS website wants to... Okay.
Send.
Send.
Calculate a price.
Okay, you're doing that. I'm going to try DHL. You do that. And...
Hi. Okay, so...
I don't really, it says don't forget about packaging and filler material. It's like, honestly, I'm going to say to Ian, like, just fucking pack it in a box that hugs the box. I don't give a shit about what happens to the PS5 box. Like, if it gets dinged up, it's fine. You don't need to, like, cushion it, because they design these things to be cushioned. They make sure that, like, I've received items like this that literally the retailer slapped a shipping label on the outside.
Yeah.
My fucking Mac Pro came in the literal retail box. It actually kind of pissed me off because I wanted that box to be pristine. But they just slapped a shipping label on the actual Apple box and threw it in the mail. Like, the way retailers... I mean, the way the PS5 is packaged is definitely can hold up to shipping, I think. You don't need to, like... Just put an extra cardboard box around it. Don't, like, pack it with peanuts or anything like that.
I can look up where to get that.
DHL looks hard to estimate. Get rates and time quote. Oh, I think I've used DHL before and it's fucking annoying to put in the quote.
£17. 17.
Nair says, well, since everyone's here, let's try to get me a 380. the new NVIDIA card.
Oh.
We've moved on to the new...
Priority Mail International 1 to 3 business days.
Oh, that's cheaper.
200.
Only 1 to 3 business days.
Yeah.
USPS seems pretty good. DHL makes me put in an actual fucking address. So annoying. All right, I just put in the airport address for...
Enoch says my full-on completed purchase I made isn't showing up on my card now. Okay, what the fuck?
You mean on your credit card? It's not showing up in like when you look in. But they give you a...
Aw. Don't go broke, gang. We'll be okay waiting for a PS5.
Did they like give you a confirmation email and stuff? Like...
Sometimes it does take a bit to go through.
presumably you'll be able to... Somebody says, don't go broke, gang. We can wait for your PS5 content.
I just read that one.
We won't go broke. We ain't rolling in cash, but we can afford to buy a new system. I mean, yeah, I didn't even think of... We'll be able to sell one of the PS4s. Because it's all backwards compatible. So we'll be able to get rid of one of these PS4s.
But we tried selling them already.
Yeah, people lowball it. Look like crazy.
Yeah, it's freaking annoying.
I mean, the fact that the PS5 is backwards compatible is what's really making it... lowering the price of the PS4. Knowing that the new system is completely backwards compatible has made the PS4 worthless now. Like,
okay, I got a confirmation email for it.
Okay, that's probably good enough. If you got a confirmation and you show up at Target, you've got your confirmation email, they better fucking give it to you. Even if it didn't go through on the credit card, then you should be able to be like, I'll pay for it now, here's my confirmation.
But my order is nowhere to be found on the website. But you got the confirmation email.
Maybe it's just their website's like lagging behind.
Yeah. Target just dropped a bunch of orders. Yeah.
Target dropped a bunch that had already gone through?
Oh, I think it was
What do you mean, dropped?
people in their carts.
Oh, dropped out of the cart.
Mm-hmm. They don't charge until they
Monkey got his second. Who is Monkey? We have another backup potentially if Enix doesn't go through. Who's Monkey though? Do I know a Turbo Monkey? Monkey can.
Oh, Monkey can.
Alright, well. Okay, we'll see how this develops.
Monkey.
Thanks, Monkey Can, for also... The good thing is anybody who is, like, bought a second is going to have no trouble either canceling or reselling. I mean, fucking resell it. Like, I mean, again, we don't... I'm anti-scalper, but I'm also not anti...
Opportunist.
Making yourself a little bit of money, especially if you're short on cash. Like, I don't think you're evil for reconsidering keeping a PlayStation you bought when you see how much they're going for on eBay. Like, there's...
Once, I ran the Olympic torch.
We sold our Olympic torch.
And I bought it for $450.
It might have been cheaper. It might have been $350 or something.
$350 to $450?
Yeah.
And then we resold it for...
$3,400. The Olympic torch as a collector's item was going on eBay for $3,400, and we were like,
I don't want this.
You know, we were like, how do you like? Yeah, it's sentimental, but I also took a great video.
Yeah, and we did not have any money.
We didn't have much money,
and we had to fly to Salmon Arm, so I could.
We'd also spent the money to fly there.
Yeah.
So we were like, and it was like, how do you say no to... And I remember selling it on eBay and being nervous the guy was going to renege. Because after the Olympics, because during it was at the height of the Olympics, it was like, I sold it right 3 days before the Olympics ended. Like, Canada was on a high. And so the purchase goes through on eBay. A guy buys it. And I'm like... the confirmation, like he hasn't paid yet, and like the Olympics ends and listings for the torch are plummeting.
Yeah.
Suddenly the torches are suddenly only worth like $1,000, and I'm like, is this guy just gonna like cancel out, like take the hit on his eBay reputation to like not pay?
Yeah.
But he paid. And so I was like, oh my god, that's some profit.
Yeah. Why would you sell that? Why would we keep it? You can't even.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't even light it. They
cut the fucking thing so you can even light it.
Kyle said he might be able to rig it to like light again, but...
Well, yeah, you just need to solder it or some shit, but I mean...
Yeah. What were we gonna
Target
do
dropped
with it?
Alpha. You can't eat an Olympic torch.
Exactly.
At that time, were we even doing the show? It was at a time where we were trying
It was 2010, so 10 years ago. We were just
starting the show. It was at this time where, like, yeah, Becky had a pretty good job, but, like, I was still trying to make AVG into a business, and things were, like, you know, tight.
Yeah.
Things were tight for a long time.
Yes.
And it was, you can't, $3,000 in your pocket?
And I was feeding you, and I was feeding Ben.
Yeah. So I want to ship it to Tokyo. All right. I'm trying DHL now to...
VGA funded by that one guy on eBay. Thanks, man.
Thanks, dude. View our delivery options and rates. Postal code. Like, they want you to put in a fucking postal code for Japan.
I was raising 2 growing boys.
And it won't do my autofill.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, type it in, I guess. That's so fucking annoying. There we go. Alright. This is a residential address. Next. Okay, what's the dimensions again?
17 inches.
Just joining us, sorry. We have a turbo. Oh, somebody says 1 to 3 day shipping USPS. Seems the USPS is the best.
Yeah, that's what we got too.
Yeah, so far. We're looking for shipping because we did manage to get one through a great turbo. Better than most of the other turbos. Everybody agrees. Sad.
God.
We've got, and so we're looking to ship it now. We're just looking at quotes. So, sorry, dimensions.
17 inches. 18.5 by 7.
I'm going to add an inch to each side by 8.
You're up in it, eh? Just saying it's a little bigger than... Okay. Packaging... I don't know, you tell me. I put in the dimensions.
Yeah, what?
Put in the weight.
Okay.
14.8.
So we'll say 16.
Okay.
Just round it up a little bit. And on DHL, I can select the packaging, even though I've already put the dimensions in. And that all this packaging has dimensions. No,
it's required.
It's my packaging. I just put in the dimensions. You fucking idiots. Custom packaging not allowed. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would I put in... What are the dimensions for? If custom packaging isn't allowed through DHL. Custom packaging's not allowed through DHL? What? Are you fucking... What? That doesn't make any sense.
Sweet, sweet phrase.
None of your packaging fits. This is stupid.
You selected packages there?
Yeah?
There.
Yeah.
13, that's not
No,
right.
it only lets me choose their packaging, even though they have an entry. I'm just going to put in the weight. The weight's what really matters anyways. I'm just trying to get an estimate here. What's the value of the shipment?
Aubrey's just going to wait for Amazon tomorrow morning.
Oh, so Amazon,
Fine.
that's why we weren't able to get anything on. Okay, DHL's also, but they are estimating November 17th. So
Fraser's birthday.
that's not even good. The fastest that DHL is offering is November 17th for about the same as USPS.
So USPS is feeling
So it seems USPS is the way to go.
the best one.
They say yeah, we could give UPS a shot, but yeah, they are very much more business oriented and usually overcharge.
I'm so fucking pissed. I missed it by like 1 fucking minute at Target. Aww. Were UPS and FedEx quite a bit higher? FedEx was
like $350.
Yeah.
And it was estimating longer than USPS.
right.
I think FedEx says the fastest would be Monday, local time here, which would be like how many business days?
What day is it today? It's Thursday for
Friday.
them?
Monday. I guess
No.
it's almost 2 business days local. The good thing is here they deliver on weekends. So,
Yeah.
as long as Ionic or Monkey, if it comes to that, Monkey can, as long as they're able to get it in the mailbox in time for the processing on their end, business day wise, even if it comes to a Saturday morning here, it'll arrive on Saturday.
Right. Yeah.
It'll just come.
According to DHL, the only DHL service points where you can send parcel in your own packaging are those located at DHL Express
All right,
service
so writing off
centers.
DHL anyways.
Thank
so
you
fuck
for that
shit.
information.
That's stupid. So it looks like USPS is the best. Enoch was going to do FedEx, but USPS seems to not only have a better shipping time estimate, but also, yeah. If Enoch's in a major city, it'll also help. If he gets it in before noon in a major city. If he's not, it'll be a bit harder to get through in time, but we'll see. As long as it, like, what is it right now? So it's Thursday morning for them?
Yeah, like just past midnight.
So as long as it's able to get on its international plane before Friday night, it will probably come to us and be in our hands sometime either Saturday our time or Sunday our time. So
By Friday night our time.
it is Remembrance / Veterans. Veterans Day is the day after Remembrance Day,
In America?
I think. Cool. Holy shit. Yeah, so I'm kind of like just at this point, like
It's a
trying not to celebrate.
I know, right?
'Cause,
Like, I want to be like, yeah, but
But Enoch doesn't have it in his hands
yeah.
yet. So like small celebration for now, but like we'll see, right?
Yeah.
We have 2 turbos who potentially have one. Monkey Can will be the backup, I suppose, and we'll see what happens here.
It blows my mind that someone in Japan is chatting in real time with someone in the US about sending them some magic dream box to the other side of the planet. We're in the future.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
weird. With very little latency, and yeah. It's pretty wild times, guys. Yeah, still yay, but kind of stressed. Enoch says, hey, I'm stressed too, lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. So, Monkey Can, where did you go? What was your confirmation from? Was it Target as well? And does your experience line up with Enoch's? Do you not have a charge on your card yet? Or Enoch wasn't able to even see his order on the official Target website, but that could be attributed to just their system being slow on this to update or something because of the being hit so hard. But he did get a confirmation email, which is encouraging, though we have seen retailers in the past renege on that, on big launches.
Hey, Lisa. Don't be a butt.
No, it's wild waiting in hours in the queue on Sony to say nope because you live in Canada. This is what I was fully expecting on our side, our attempts to get like shit, even though I've had stuff from B&H and Amazon US shipped to us in the past from US to Japan. I was fully expecting to, if we did get one, to not be able to ship it to Japan anyways.
Yeah. We had a lot of issues figuring out what could be sent to us. From where? As international people can appreciate.
Give us more awesome video games and you'll get your filthy PS5. Maybe you should be a part of the Patreon, where I've released multiple episodes of awesome video games in their early rough cut state.
Ian, Nick, I ordered Demon's Souls literally right before I ordered the system, and the game order is on the website, but the system isn't. But other people are saying that, like, you don't get charged for it or anything until, because it's a bigger purchase. You don't get charged for it until you actually go in store.
Right, that might be it too. Like a confirmation, yeah, it might be just a hold on the funds on the card until it's gone through and it's in your hand, that too. Because sometimes holds don't show on the credit card statement and stuff.
I mean, I guess we're going to have to we're going to have to get some games.
What are you planning to play first? So, definitely Astro's Playroom, because everybody says that takes the most advantage of how the new controller works and how it feels, and like fully utilizes all that. And also, I suppose I'll have to put on headphones at some point to really. Everybody says like the sound on the They've really made the 3D sound work well. I still don't understand that. This all has to do with the way the game calculates the sound, because they can't change the way the fucking sound goes. Well, Cerny says he can change the way it goes into your ears by looking at your ear. We'll see about that in the future, but for right now, we still only have 2 ears. We still have only 2 conchas to receive the waves into. So it's like, mostly it must be about spatial calculations of the sound within the game to make it feel like reflected surface sounds and stuff instead of emitters. So that's cool, but I'm mostly excited about the haptic feedback, and I'm
interested in that.
Besides feeling the controller, the second most interesting thing to me is testing old games. I want to see how old games run on the PlayStation 5. I want to see how Dreams runs.
Right.
I've seen a pretty big Dreams streamer showing some stuff, how it runs, which is exciting. I still think Dreams is going to be... Somebody on Twitter said Dreams was a PS5 app all along.
Yeah.
And
interesting.
It wasn't, because Media Molecule was delayed in making it. They intended for it to come out years ago. So obviously they didn't aim for PS5. But in the end, it ended up being a PS5 app. They shoehorn that into the limitations of the PS4, and now we're about to have no limitations as they've been testing it, showing that the PS5 almost has no Dreams limitations from his tests. You're gonna be able to make stuff that's potentially 10 times as big as you were able to limited in PS4.
I think it'll be interesting how comfortable you get with the PS5 in Dreams. And then try to take that backwards.
Yeah.
And be like, wow, we were working with so little with the PS4.
Mm-hmm. He was loading up Dreams. We watched one of them on the show, this dream where the girl's running through Tokyo and these mechs are exploding above her. Mm-hmm. One of the most complicated dreams with tons going on, and usually the frame rate went quite low. Also, the dream loads up, takes about 5 to 10 seconds to load, you're watching the bubbles bubble by for a while. Mm-hmm. They tested it with the PS5, and it went 1 Mississippi, bam, and it was into the dream. Dreams are going to load that, meaning that even if there were limitations on the PS5 thermometer-wise for the size of the level, you can now chain together scenes with the loading times being completely trivial. So it won't even matter. Mm-hmm. Even if the thermometer was still locked down to PS4 levels, at least the loading times is going to be so quick that people aren't even going to really think about it on the PS5. That will be cool too. So I'm really excited about Dreams. I do think Dreams is the killer app that people will realize as the future unfolds, that's really what makes being on PlayStation, especially in these early days with limited release launch titles.
Man.
I think
Dreams would be awesome to have right now.
Yeah. People are going to find themselves occupying themselves with Dreams instead of waiting for the next big release on the PS5. And then you're going to see some crazy shit coming out. So the Dreams, playing old games, seeing that shit, testing more. I want to see what streaming is like, because eventually in the future I foresee, again, getting the boys. I'll re-announce the boys are coming this weekend, I believe. We got them to stream. We'll be doing some Red Dead, and we're going to be potentially, I think all the guys might be streaming their own perspectives from their system, and that's just a setup that you could never have if a system can't stream itself.
Right.
So that's why I'm also excited about the PS5. Potentially in the future they'll have PS5s and streaming at much better quality than the PS4 can stream at, which is, to be frank, not so great at streaming. It's ugly. It'll work for what we want to do with it, though, for being able to every so often see, I wonder what it looked like for Deacon when he fell down that hill from his perspective.
Right.
And you can go check out his part of the stream. Or whatever. I think that's really fun. To have 5 people streaming at once who are all... So yes, I will try streaming from the PS5. I have yet to see somebody... We've seen one person streaming from the PS5... streaming Miles Morales, and he had it on the default settings, which pretty pathetically streams at 3,000 kilobits for 1080p 60 frames per second, which is insanely low. Twitch recommends 6,000, YouTube recommends 9,000 for that type of resolution. That's just what PS5 set as the default. Maybe it was their connection that it like scaled down to that automatically. They had a bad connection, but this was a streamer, so like they should have a pretty good connection. So there was macro blocking that wasn't as bad as we've seen on the PS4, but that the macro blocking was there. Hopefully a higher bit rate, which apparently you can set through the system, through the actual YouTube and Twitch settings. You can actually set your bit rate. Hopefully it will allow you to go really high and go up to the maximum, like recommended, like 9,000 on YouTube. That would probably make the footage look pretty slick. And I think probably it just doesn't make sense to me that the PS5 would have low quality streaming from its system, considering they're releasing an HD camera on launch, which they have undermarketed and barely talked about. But this thing has background removal.
Oh.
Automatic background removal for, you'd
Wonder
think
if it's
they're
any
positioning
good.
themselves to be the console
Yeah.
you want to stream on. That's
Yeah.
what I'm surprised they haven't pushed it harder, because that seems to be what they're strategically wanting to do. Like, Xbox hasn't released any fucking camera. They don't give a shit. They probably don't want to look like they are doing Connect 3 or something. But like, Sony, yeah, that HD camera is, and I've yet to see anybody fucking try the camera.
Yeah.
All these people
That's odd.
who got the fucking system early don't deserve the system early. They haven't tested a lot of things that I've been looking for. Like, Justine, love her, but she has a photo of her with every accessory and hasn't tested out half of that shit. Like,
Maybe the embargoes are like
they're up.
insane. Oh.
They're up now, and I can't find shit about the camera and how it looks. The embargoes are over. Anyways.
There's been lots of rage in this little chat.
I should have been sent a PS5. My tiny channel should have been sent a PS5. There's no need to yell at Becky. Well, she's the only one here.
I'm not accepting that he's can only yell at someone if they accept that they're being yelled at, right?
Yeah, so she's not accepting it. But what do you guys want to see us play? I
Don't
mean,
tell your parents that. That'll make them really angry.
are you guys excited to see Demon Souls? Like, I might be ready to jump into a... I might be ready to jump into a new Souls game, maybe. That could be fun. It's the only... Outside of that, and I mean, I'm excited for a new
Demon
Sackboy.
Souls.
A new Sackboy.
Miles Morales. I'm playing it.
It's a Christmas game.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So I am excited to get into that.
Yeah. Co-op Sackboy.
Hoping, yeah, for sure. I am just praying that Miles Morales is better written. I hope it's not a vanilla-ass, basic-ass, fucking network TV primetime special writing. I want it to be good writing. Something interesting, something fresh. I hope Miles Morales is written better. Because I thought fucking Spider-Man was a fun game. Mm-hmm. People think I hated it. I thought being Spider-Man was fun. I thought the city shit was great, flying through the city. I thought the combat was pretty damn decent. The writing was just fucking abysmal, and the sneaking parts with fucking Mary Jane were stupid.
Oh yeah.
Outside of that, though, the writing was horrible. I know it's subjective, and I know not everybody agrees. I think it was terrible. It was a boring ass game. So I'm hoping that Miles Morales is better.
Come here, Dodo.
Cyberpunk, unfortunately, won't be on PS5 on launch. But it will be compatible. It'll be the PS version played on a PS5 on launch.
We did finish Spider-Man, yes.
So potentially during performance or graphics mode on Cyberpunk, assuming they have two modes to run in, presumably graphics mode will run at a higher frame rate than it would on PS4 and thus be, desirable.
PS4. Is that what you said?
I said PS version.
Oh.
We did get one, if you're tuning in. We got it, we think.
Yeah.
Don't celebrate too much yet. A Turbo has a confirmation email, but we will see what happens tomorrow, or this, I guess, in the morning. Like, I mean,
Right.
now Enoch has to go to bed and get up tomorrow, hopefully not to go to work.
Yeah.
Get some sleep, Nick.
We hope.
And if that goes ahead, also, I guess, Monkey Can, which I still don't think I've seen him talk too much in here. I do recognize that Turbo name, though. If he's our backup, I suppose, because he also got a second one. He already has one for himself, and he got a second one today. So he'll be... I'm off today, thankfully. Thank goodness. Thank you for using your day off, donating your day off. Well, yes, he also gets to go play at PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
After he ships ours out.
Amanda! Work? I am at work. Why are you working right now? It's like, goddamn, o'clock.
So I didn't see the answers here. What did people want us to see us play?
Demon Souls. I was naming some of them. And you were kind of responding to
I just realized, won't be able to play PSVR stuff on day one. Japanese consoles will be shipped with an adapter for the PlayStation camera, which is what's necessary to use the PSVR on the PlayStation 5. American consoles will not ship with that adapter and need to request it through a form. Potentially will only ship to America, so we're probably going to have Ianic send the adapter to Ianic and have him forward that as well. Unless they have a program here to buy one separately here in Japan. I don't know.
I can look into that.
But I say that because somebody mentioned No Man's Sky, and I do plan to return to No Man's Sky soon, considering their newest update is looking pretty cool, and potentially jump in with the guys into No Man's Sky as well, maybe.
Oh, that would be fun.
Is No Man's Sky expensive? Is it on sale? Because I'd have to buy maybe up to 5 copies, 4 copies. I already own one. Is it discounted these days? I might wait for a discount or something.
People want to see Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks we will play soon. Is it come out today? It came out today, right? It's on PS4?
It's free on PS Plus.
It's free on PS Plus, so
yes.
We'll probably play that. I think today we're going to call today for shows. Like, we got out of bed and came and did this show, and
yeah,
maybe in the next few days. We have a lot to cover in the next few days.
Yeah.
We have a lot to cover before the PS5 arrives, so like we need to do Valhalla. I want to do Fuser.
Yeah.
I want to do Bug Snacks. We have to get ready for the guys' show.
Right. We have to like actually prep for that.
We're going to be playing with the guys this weekend. I don't think Horizon is a day one launch, is it?
Right now, it's sold at full price. No Man's Sky.
Yeah, and
okay, thanks for the heads up about
that.
Yakuza.
Yakuza. Jesus, there's a lot of games, and I don't know. Like Valhalla's the lowest priority right now because I know that we're being sent. We will get a code eventually. It just hasn't been sent yet, so I'm gonna put that on the side burner until we get a code. No reason to buy it when I know a code is coming.
So much stuff coming out, and then we have a Fraser birthday coming up this week, as well.
We're so booked, I'll probably be sacrificing my birthday for...
But hiking...
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll
it's
go
your
hiking.
birthday. You
we'll
can
see
do
what
you
happens.
Oh, snap. Happy early birthday. He's just a youngin' right now. I'm a whole year older than you.
I'm only 39 right now.
He's only 36 right now. I'm 37.
I literally thought we were turning 39.
You. Yeah, that's so weird.
There was a time where I never knew how old we were. Then there was a time where I finally figured it out, and for a couple of years I knew what age I was turning, and that it's gone again. Like I really thought we were turning 39. Maybe 40 is scaring me enough that like I just had convinced myself I was that old or something.
It's all who cares? It's just a number. We're all 25. Fuck, I don't want to be 25. Live stream ramen to celebrate. I do love ramen. Will Turbos be able to play with you and the guys this weekend? I think right now we're gonna say it'll be just us and the guys, but possibly, right?
What, Turbo's joining?
Yeah.
We're going to start with us and the... I don't want the
Yeah.
chaos of Turbos to start the show. The
Yeah.
guys and I are going to probably hang out for a while in Red Dead. We may have a couple mods in there to help us, to guide us through the world or something, like, because I have very little experience with Red Dead Online. So outside of that, though, we have a character made for Becky. I'm going to be recreating my character.
Right.
I'm going to make a character in my likeness instead of using my Red Dead duck. She had a good run, but I think it's time to move to... I'm going to play as a character that looks like me. And yeah, that's our plan.
Do I hear Kitty?
It's almost supper for us, so yeah, we're going to be... Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes, that's
Good
Hugo
times.
upstairs.
Unexpected that we would get this turnout for such a weird,
Yeah.
attempt to order a console show. In the end, it worked out, I guess. We got the type of hype and popularity on launch day that I would want.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't have a console, people were happy to watch us just try to get one. And potentially we had success. So we'll keep you posted, everybody, on how that's going with our faithful Turbos who have gone through this. Great work, Ian Nick.
Mini congrats on potential PS5.
Mini congrats, yes. So... yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. It feels difficult to end it without having a big celebration, but I don't want to celebrate. So here's a mini celebration, and we kind of did it, and I think we did it, and we'll see how it happens. So here's hoping.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. This was our launch day. We don't have a system yet. I'm trying to get one show. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.